They need to see it.
So we could just say this. Sharpen the harpoons, boys! Woo! Wow! Wow. Goosies galore, dude. Chris Greer, he's dealing out picks like Tic Tacs.
No, well, here's the interesting thing about that. If I told you you had to give a third round pick and a tight end that nobody knew played for the Dolphins.
Hey, listen, Hunter Campbell,
You just called him Hunter Campbell. There you go. You made my point.
Oh, yeah, Hunter Long.
Oh, okay.
Who's Hunter
You made my point.
-1.
No idea.
More like Hunter So Long.
So here's the deal. If I told you that you have to give up a third round pick and Hunter Long, and you're going to get a better player and drop cap space, that is some GM wizardry.
That
Goofies galore.
is some cap jujitsu.
Yes.
That. And by the way, a third round pick that you got for Devontae Parker. So imagine I told you traded Hunter Campbell or whatever the hell his name is, Hunter's ketchup, and Devontae Parker's hamstrings for the third best cornerback metrically in the entire league. Wow. Jalen Ramsey.
But that wasn't even the best part about that. The best part about that is soon as the players found out they were signing Jalen Ramsey, our own Tyreek Hill gave him notice.
That's right.
We didn't even know if the trade was real or not. And Tyreek was already putting some stuff out there.
It felt like all the Dolphins players knew the trade was real before anybody else knew the trade was real. They were all being very froggy on social media.
But Tyreek wasn't. He wasn't being very froggy. He was
just like, let me tell you something right now, Jalen Ramsey. Better not pull that bleep when you come out here with the flag football decoy. They have kind of a past. It's kind of awesome. Like, you're talking about two of the best bleep talkers in the league, but at one point, Jalen Ramsey had called him just a return specialist. I mean, look, who hasn't Jalen Ramsey talked bleep about?
Hey, well, that's all going to change when he blow his hammies out trying to chase him around.
X, you got him? X!
My groin, dog. My groin.
I'm so excited about this, dude. I mean, you talk about what a maneuver. You not only the cap space you're talking about, but think about that. You're going from this albatross of Bye-Bye Jones, not knowing about his future. You brought him in, and you're like, you know what? We could do pretty good. We got a guy, people say he's declining. Okay, still pretty damn good for when he was the unquestioned best in the league a couple of years ago. And guy has been, the captain, the face, the voice of a defense that got to an AFC championship. He's been I would say probably Aaron Donald's defense in LA, but still, he's probably the voice of that defense because Aaron Donald don't speak. He just chews glass and mauls you. So he's the voice of a championship defense coming on in here. Come on, dude. That is a grand mother bleeping slam.
It is.
Wow.
It is.
Goosies. You got the goosies?
Goosies.
Come on, dude. You got it's okay to
can I just say this?
It's okay to admit goosies on a Monday.
Can I just say this? It's hard for me to get goosies about a decision when nobody's played it down yet. It's just hard because, am I excited? And kudos to Chris Greer. Pulling this off. And by the way, if you look at what that man has done, everybody makes fun of him and everybody has questioned some of his decisions. But he was part of that Laramie Tunsil thing.
He was.
Right?
Laramie Tunsil, the gift that keeps on giving.
Yes. You ended up with Tua anyway.
Yep.
Look at that D line.
Oh.
He's taking care of his own.
Mm-hmm.
The Dolphins don't have the problems that other teams have, trying to figure out who to do what to and when and where and how. And no, we keeping our guys.
Listen, what a baby shower gift Chris Greer gave to Marcos yesterday.
So nice.
It was nice. Like, I feel bad. I gave diapers. Chris Greer gave you Jalen Ramsey.
That's where I found old dealer Chris.
Old dealer Chris.
Old dealer Chris was working his
You know, they called dealer Chris the shepherd. You want to know why?
Why?
Because he fleeced them. He went out there and he fleeced the Rams.
No,
the cousin of
hey,
sheep.
no, he didn't.
Fleeced them, dude.
You want me to tell you why he didn't? Because we were looking at the player, and the Rams were only looking at the money. So if you were trying to get players for players, you could say that. But their mentality going into this trade had nothing to do with the talents of Jalen Ramsey. They're on a rebuild.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
Yes.
When this was first kicked about, people were talking first-round pick for Ramsey. They were talking second-round pick for Ramsey. This dude gave pocket change extra pick for Ramsey plus Hunter Soup Campbell. So, like, you know, don't even worry about whatever the hell the guy's name is. Triple H, Hunter.
No, it's not.
What is his name? Who did we get rid of?
Is it Hunter Long?
I'm not worried about Hunter Long, dude, okay? Because we got Tanner Connor, all right? He's ready to step up. Dude's from Idaho.
Yeah.
Who?
He's an undrafted rookie, but he flashed in camp last year.
Yeah.
Did have a big drop.
Flash in camp.
He did, dude. Dude. Let me tell you something about Tanner Connor. Flashed in camp. Got hurt, but when in camp, get your cameras ready because dude flashed.
All right.
Let me ask you something. Let's get to some headlines here. Brought to you by a new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
I'm not really going to get to headlines here because we have too many of them to respect. I will get to headlines in a bit, but I just had to get the sponsor read in.
Okay.
I know people don't normally like this, but hear me out.
Oh, hell.
J-Fig, can I get the single camera shot here, please?
Really? Now
Is
we
she here?
produce. Now you're directing.
See, try this on for size. Tell me what you think.
Not that hat, because it ain't. It's gonna go with my whole face with that melon you toting around.
Yar. Can I interest you in some Dolphins Hard Knocks this year?
No.
Ah!
Oh.
First of all,
Come on.
First of
Come
all,
on,
they don't
Leroy.
qualify for it.
Qualify.
Yeah.
Volunteer.
No, it goes.
Volunteer.
It goes to the bad teams.
It can go to the bad teams, but I'm sure if the Dolphins stepped up here and said, Hard Knocks.
I don't think you want that.
Why not? The Lions were on Hard Knocks last year. They were good.
True.
I mean, no, they were just better than bad.
No,
Yeah.
they were decent. Lions were decent.
now they were decent.
They were
Yeah,
decent.
you coming back to reality,
They were
big boy.
decent.
You're coming back.
Dude, they were
Hey,
decent.
hey,
We-
you know you sound like
how
right
good,
now.
dude, Leroy,
You
how
sound
good would
like
Hard
Day
Knocks
Day
be?
and next Friday.
How
Them
good would Hard Knocks be?
Them ain't 20s, them 10s, but they still look nice, huh? That's what you sound like.
I mean, look how enticing our last season was with Joe Philbin and a horrible team.
That was a great
This
Hard
team-
Knocks.
Well, that's why you on Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
Hard Knocks. It ain't the hitting. Ain't nobody hitting.
It was
Hard
a good.
Knocks.
it-
Your team is in Hard Knock life.
It was-
That's what they put you on. They want to see your struggles. They want to see
Nah.
you go through it. Yeah, they don't put Super Bowl contenders on that.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, Hard Knocks me. Let's
Wait,
go.
can I ask you a question?
Hmm?
When was the last team to make the playoffs that was on Hard Knocks?
I actually don't think it's been as big a jinx as you're making it out to be.
No. I'm saying it from this reason. The teams that they put on Hard Knocks are already at the bottom. I've never seen them put a contender on there.
I'd say the Browns, 2018, 10-6.
Okay. That's it. With the fat coach, right? We ain't stretch on Normandy. That guy.
Let's do it, dude.
That's
Come on.
it.
It's
The
gonna be
Browns.
Listen, this team needs all the cameras it can get.
No, they don't. They'll be
Let's
here.
do it. Everybody wants to watch practice.
They'll
We want to
be
see
here.
the back and forth.
No,
Yeah.
dude.
Imagine, dude, how good would a Hard Knocks?
I don't want that. Here's why.
Dude, because you're a
Here's
fuddy
why.
duddy.
No, that's not why.
It is, dude. It is.
Here's why. I want them to get there first. I don't want the Dolphins to have all these unnecessary expectations based on what people think. There's a process that they still have to go through.
Mhm.
And I'm looking forward to seeing that because they're on an uptick.
Leroy.
However,
Leroy.
what?
Come on, dude. Let's do it. Come on, please.
What are you doing?
Come on.
You
Be on Hard Knocks. Let's have some fun.
No, you
Mike
don't,
McDaniel
you don't,
on Hard
you
Knocks?
don't listen. You don't want your team on Hard Knocks. You want your team to go about their daily business as usual.
Let's get on Hard Knocks and let's pitch HBO a segment of OnlyFangs. Dude, fangs up.
You can market that.
I'm telling you, you don't want Hard Knocks.
Why?
You wouldn't want a camera on the Showtime Lakers. You wouldn't want a camera in the locker room of the greatest show on turf, either yours or the one that came the year after. Come on.
No.
These are good moments you want to capture.
Yeah, okay. But that's no.
All right.
We're not don't turn this football team into Love Island.
The Cowboys made the playoffs 2021 and they went because Jerry
Look at
wants that attention.
There was also in the NFC East.
Doesn't matter. They still
The
made
only
it. Dude.
team that had a
They still made it, dude.
Okay.
Now you're being, you're
okay,
being the
okay.
now you're being the caveat kid.
You don't want your team on Hard Knocks.
Why?
Because what purpose does it serve?
Oh, funsies.
There you go.
Funsies.
There you go.
Funsies, dude.
There you
Fun.
answer. Give me one legitimate reason as it pertains to winning football games that the Miami Dolphins.
I don't think it has anything to not win with playoff games, though. Like,
No, that's not an answer.
It is. It is.
You say, did that hurt? It did not hurt. That's what you just did.
Pretty much. I just want some fun, baby.
Fun is going to be watching this team all year.
I know, but I want to see an inside look. What about the in-season Hard Knocks?
Oh, yeah. We would have
Yeah, dude.
background looking.
You know what? If you owned a team, you would be Jackie Moon. Don't turn your football team into Jackie Moon. That's what you're doing.
He'd be good in the XFL, though.
Yes,
good.
Tobin would be good in the XFL. Your ideas would be appreciated, right?
A lot of XFL ideas.
You can put mics on everybody.
Oh, dude, listen.
Who cares? It's the XFL.
Dude, but a lot of the XFL ideas, they ended up in the NFL.
No, not those. Not the silly. Hey, let's toss up a football and go. Whoever gets it.
No, but a lot of the
get
production
ball.
ideas did, dude.
Production.
What'd you say?
Not production, not football.
No. I didn't what you
production.
just said. Kind of. I mean, it looks like it sounded like you had a motorboat in your mouth.
I swallowed at the same time.
Right.
Production, not football. You don't want your team on Hard Knocks, dude.
Leroy, if I told you,
you can't tell me anything to make wanting your team to be on Hard Knocks appealing. You can't. It's not fun.
yeah, man.
You it's just unnecessary. It has nothing. You're not there. I could understand if this was like a veteran team that can, that knew where they were and all this stuff. I could see that. They ain't there yet. There's a lot of work to still be done. Let them do their work.
I will let them do their work.
And get there.
But let's publicize it for the nation.
No. Okay, watch the news then, dude. ESPN will be out there enough. That's all you need.
Fuddy-duddy.
I'm not a fuddy-duddy.
Dude,
I guarantee you, where fans will say, hey, if it had a very minute chance of hindering this team's progress, Would you want Hard Knocks or not?
If I knew that it actually could hinder it, no, I wouldn't want it. But I don't.
Normally,
think
they only put bad teams on there.
right, but they're not a bad team. That's why I don't think it's a big deal.
Okay, see,
I'm not scared.
And here's what you think about this situation, and here's what I know about this situation. Anytime you put players in a position where they feel they have to do something that has nothing to do with football, the football struggles. Being that now you put mics on players, they start chirping, they start trying to be poetic, everything they're trying to do has nothing to do about improving on the football field.
Hey, Marcos,
I don't want that around my team.
You ever hear about Leroy's favorite burger joint?
What's that?
Fuddy Duddy Ruckers.
Point. That wasn't funny. That was not funny.
Woo! Back after this. I see what this guy's doing. Hey, Snoop Dogg is bringing the high school reunion tour to the I Think Financial Amphitheater in West Palm this August. And we want you to go. For your chance to win, head on over to WQAM.com. WQAM.com, excuse me. I know when it's me, it's usually a con. That's what Leroy likes to say. But with this, it's just WQAM.com. And you guys can enter. You can be seeing Snoop Dogg with Wiz Khalifa and a whole lot more. This is a Live Nation show, and those tickets, courtesy of Live Nation. Obviously, a busy sports weekend. Yesterday, we were at the lovely baby shower of baby Tadpole. And what a party you put on, sir. Very beautiful day for the mama to be and everything that you guys had going on. A great job, Marcos.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It was great seeing you guys there. Jay Fig showed up. I even got to see Big Spoon. That was very nice.
Big Spoon was there.
It was great in person. See, it was Tobin and Leroy live. And I just appreciate it, man. You guys were your authentic self, my family, and it was great.
Why you ain't pick Publix to do prices?
Yeah.
I'll be a pro.
That's why I knew you had an inside scoop. I didn't want everyone to win. Although I will say something though, Leroy.
Baby diaper basket. What the hell is that?
Nah, never heard of a diaper genie?
Diaper genie? Yeah,
been around for a while, dude.
A trash can for diapers?
Yeah, but
I like using your own trash can. You put it in the outside trash can.
It twists off the stink.
Twists off the stink, man.
All right.
You ever hear it make a stink? The diaper genie does not.
Correct.
It's the whole point of it.
It's the Dame Lillard of diaper mechanisms.
That's right. It's loyal. Stay.
Yeah. My brother though said that he's holding my gift hostage because he said Leroy promised him some shoes. So now he said,
here's what I said. I said I get shoes all the time, and a lot of times I can't wear them because I have bad feet.
Yeah.
So I said the next time I get a pair and I don't like them, I will.
Yep. Yeah. That's not what he heard. He heard there's a garage full of shoes waiting for him.
Yeah.
Those little Jordans that are going for
hey,
those things.
I'm still mad about that. Hey, tell your brother.
Yeah.
Don't brag about spending $75 for some baby Jordans.
Baby Jordans.
That a kid gonna grow out of them in 6 months.
Do you feel? Are you mad at us at all for turning the baby shower into Dolphin Central because the Jalen Ramsey trade was going down in the midst of it and we weren't paying attention?
Oh, I actually orchestrated that whole thing.
Oh wow!
Yeah, because honestly, he can't legally do it till Wednesday anyway. So I was like, announce it during my baby shower if you can, and he looked out.
Hey, we were getting drive-bys. Dolphins got Jalen Ramsey.
People were very hyped. They were very excited.
Like drive-bys.
I was like, ooh, Tyreek Hill tweeted about it.
Yeah.
Ooh, Javon Holland. Did you guys see?
That was going on by the pasta.
Can I tell you what my favorite part on social media yesterday about the Jalen Ramsey trade was people hosing down Chris Sims. Because Chris Sims had to enter with his 2 cents, and just non-Dolphins were just calling him a dummy. So yesterday he posted this was his take on the whole deal. This here for you. Chris Sims, who's gets good service from hell. So congratulations to him.
That's impressive.
It is impressive. But he tweeted yesterday on the Jalen Ramsey trade. Jalen Ramsey may no longer be a top coverage cornerback, but he's still a top secondary player because of his versatility and potential and value as a safety in the next phase of his career. And Darius Slay weighed in and he said, "You sound crazy.
So somebody who's not even on any team, neither team.
Trayvon Diggs then added, MF just be talking.
Wow.
Wait, and these are all guys playing against him.
That's right.
It's not even his teammates.
Like Javon Holland weighed in. I'm like, Javon Holland's like crazy AF. I'm like, well, yeah, I expect Javon Holland to win. But even other people are just coming in here to say, hey, Chris Sims, shut up.
That's strange, man.
What they've done, and here's what I would say about Jalen Ramsey. What he gives the Dolphins is this. He's the guy that moves into the slot. So in years past, when you had issues about who was going to come in and play the slot and be that fifth guy, now you can take and move that guy outside and put Jalen on the slot, and he ends up blitzing from there a lot also. So when they say very versatile, that's kind of what they mean. Whereas before in the defenses that he played, say in Jacksonville or whatever, he was just a lockdown corner. So they put him out there and say, you get this guy. Now they do a lot of other things with him because he's a good tackler and a blitzer off the corner, off the edge.
Listen, who knows what Fangs is going to do with him?
Right. But when he did all that stuff in LA, that guy is a disciple of Fangs. So when you bring him here, look for him to do a lot of the same things that he did in LA. It
was so needed. I mean, like, look, Kader Kohu did admirably last year. I mean, he was one of the most targeted corners of the in the league last year.
They'll still have to use him a lot. No.
I'm not saying they're not going to use him. I'm just saying, like, the pressure of them of basically offenses bullying him, I think, just becomes a lot easier.
Right. Well, you know what? In certain defensive sets, and I would say maybe like on third down, or if they go 5 wide, and there's a lot of teams that put their best receiver in the slot now.
So excited.
They'll move Jalen outside, move Kader Kohu, and put him at corner, and do it that way. So, it just makes my thing is that, I think there was other positions that they probably could have got, that they probably needed a little more than corner, but you don't pass up a deal like that. A third rounder and a tight end
who doesn't play
for what, $5 or $6 million less than the guy you just paid.
Dolphin Kane says Jalen Ramsey on his knees is better than Noah Igbinoghene.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Jeez. Another guy says you can smell the fear on Tobin discussing the Orlando Magic game. We'll get to it, man. 50 minutes of heat is coming on. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We will discuss the disaster in Disney. What?
I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, we'll wait. We'll get to it.
I'm gonna wait.
Another guy says turn Viejo Horde's mic off. Buzzkill ass.
Okay.
Thanks.
You got. I promise you. I promise you, with all the pressure of this team succeeding, entering this year, as far as Tua, as far as giving Vic Fangio head coach money, as far as the head coach, right? With all the pressure going on around this building, and probably that's coming from the big man who says money is no object, but it's time for us to start winning.
Of course.
You want to add something to that and then bring cameras in during camp?
Another guy said
that's crazy. Why would you do that? That, you know what? That's so Dolphins. That you would bring, and then you know what you're going to complain about every day? You're going to complain about the national media being in and then putting a negative spin on everything.
They already do. That's the thing.
Why add to it?
We're fine, dude. Guy says we've had enough of the charades with the celebrity zone in the team and orange carpet. Let's play football. No hard knocks.
Right. What's more important to you, winning or hard knocks?
Why not both?
No,
winning is.
No, you can't.
We can have both.
Why would you add another dynamic to what is already a very difficult thing to do?
Another guy says,
why would you it's not they're not making you. You're going to sign up for it with where your team is and the demands that are going to be on your team. That sounds crazy.
Another guy says, how excited are you going to be when we get Derrick Henry?
See, if I had a choice, I think I'd maybe go with Nick Chubb.
Is that possible?
Anything's possible.
Is that possible?
Jalen Ramsey wasn't possible, and where is he going?
Wait, hold on. Let me ask you something, Browns insider.
What?
Nick Chubb on the block?
Leroy?
No, I'm not saying that he is, but I'm
I
saying
don't know.
if you have think about
but-
this. Let's think about this. Okay. If
Mm.
you have a choice between two running backs, and I'm not taking anything away from Derrick Henry, but Nick Chubb is younger,
Of course.
and runs.
I was
and
just
haven't had as many carries and runs in a very similar style to Derrick Henry, and it'll probably be cheaper.
I was just asking, is Chubb available? I didn't like.
Well, for the last 2 years, they've been talking about not having both of those guys.
And you think they'd keep Hunt?
No, I think they'd keep Nick Chubb.
Oh,
So that's why I'm saying, like, nobody's talked about it because you very rarely trade for a running back. But if you had a choice between Derrick Henry and Kareem Hunt, I might be more inclined to kick the tires on Kareem Hunt simply because he's younger.
okay. Well, did you mean Kareem Hunt from the start?
Yeah, I
Oh.
did.
Oh,
Did I say Nick Chubb?
You said Nick Chubb from the start.
Oh, I'm
dude.
sorry.
Get out of here.
Oh my god!
I meant Kareem Hunt.
I
Sorry.
just lost my Chubb.
They ain't trading. They ain't trading Nick Chubb. I meant Kareem Hunt.
All right. We'll take a quick break, get over to some hoops. We'll get back into the Dolphins. Obviously, a lot to get into. We got Tua news over the weekend as well. But Miami Heat, a disaster loss against the Orlando Magic. Jimmy Butler walking off the court. Erik Spoelstra threatening the league. Back after this.
Brian.
If he wants to be a slut when he gets down here, that's fine. We'll open up a website. OnlyFangs.
Jesus Christ!
Finding great people to
This is 15 minutes of your Miami Heat.
15 minutes eating for you on 560 WQAM Miami Heat. They're back on the hardwood tonight. They're taking on the Utah Jazz. They split the weekend with their win over the Cleveland Cavaliers and then lost to the Orlando Magic in overtime in a game that had incredible thrills with a Jimmy Butler game-tying 3 at the end of regulation. And then
they gave up a record amount of points in overtime.
Yeah.
18 points in overtime.
18
points.
They were outscored in overtime.
18 points in overtime.
Yep.
It's hard to get that if we just did layup line.
5 minutes, 18 points. Disaster.
They were on the pace to give up like 45 points in a quarter.
It was very frustrating to see that, to have what Jimmy has done since the All-Star break. He's had a good year, but this run that he's on really since the All-Star break is incredible. He's scoring like 26 a game on 63% shooting. His efficiency has been off the it's been incredible. And for them to waste that effort and not give him a shot in overtime. Hey, if all hell breaks loose, give Jimmy Butler the ball.
Give the ball to the Italians.
Give him the ball. And they're just, no shot. And then he walks off the court because he's just like, F this. Which, who can blame him?
And they got a technical for only having 4 players.
I was like, technical foul. I was like, huh? Oh, yeah, there's only 4 guys out there. And Jimmy's like, see ya, everybody. I'm out. 18 points in overtime. You effing kidding me?
I think that story it goes on in national media today.
Jimmy walking off the court?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't disagree. And I think that he has every right to be frustrated with this season, with everything that's going on right now.
Because remember, the last person that did that in football, Randy Moss did it, and everybody flipped out.
Is Randy Moss the last person to do it in football? I know LeBron
walk off the field at the end of the game. Before the game's over.
Yeah.
I think Antonio Brown was the last guy to do it.
Oh yeah. Well, he left in like the third quarter.
That was such a bad effort all around. And first of all, even to need Jimmy Butler heroics to take out the Magic is so disappointing. I mean, look, every game this year is close. It's what's frustrating about this team is like you feel like you've aged 10 years this season because every game is down to the wire. It's all just based on missed threes, not a missed 3 at the end, and then to get that dramatics from Jimmy and just to have it all unravel. It's like, what was the point? Would have been better off just like, hey, we wasted 5 minutes.
Just what an average team looks like.
It's very annoying.
But that's like, it's frustrating because there are times that they look like they're one of the best teams in the East. And you think because it's not a team full of young players that they could go on a run. But it hasn't been the case all year. And there's less than 20 games left. It's time to just accept the reality of it. Yeah, 13 games left.
13 games left. And,
which last time I checked is below 20.
And it is, but I just wanted to specify it.
Okay.
You jerk. And the reason I wanted to just mention the specifics of it is because, like, look, you can't go 2-1 the rest of the way every 3 games and think you're going to catch the Nets and the Knicks. Like, the Nets aren't falling off the face of the earth like everybody thought. They've won 5 out of their last 6.
Yep.
The Knicks did hit a little rut with a 3-game losing streak after, they were God's gift to basketball for 9 games. But, you need your own 5-game win streak. And there's just nothing that will tell you they do that because they haven't done it all year.
Right. But so you're coming to the reality now.
I don't really understand what the coming to the reality is. Like, when have I said?
Well, because I've been saying that this team is average, and
Mhm.
you get on me like I've said something
I've
wrong.
never gotten on you about that. That's untrue. It's untrue.
Okay.
Untrue. You make things up. You just think. See, here's the thing. You're adorable, and I want to pinch your cheeks, which I should have done yesterday because you looked adorable at Marcus's party. You think you just have in your mind, because of the reservoir of our show history, you think we just disagreed on everything.
It's kind of true.
Nah, it's not.
Oh, really? Really? Wait. Hold on. Would you like to hear the facts of Hard Knock, the thing that you're parading for? You are ineligible for Hard Knocks if you've been in the playoffs in the last 2 seasons. Okay. Ineligible. We had a conversation about something that can't happen.
Ineligible to be summoned. I bet you could volunteer because the Cowboys did it. You could be summoned if you wanted to do it. I bet you could do it. No, like the league's not going to turn anybody down for Hard Knocks if they want to do it and they're a good team.
You're a glutton for punishment if you sign up for Hard Knocks.
Nah, I don't think so.
I could just see our shows for all of camp. You would sit down every day and be mad at the national narrative because of Hard Knocks every morning.
Oh, look at Leroy. Tobin's going to be so mad about having more content. Idiot.
Content is a football season.
I don't care. I'm a content creator. I don't look at this and say, oh, they're going to win or lose. It has going to do nothing with Hard Knocks. Nothing to it.
You could be correct.
I am correct.
But why add something to the mix that you don't have to?
It's going to be entertaining. But let's get back to something that was even more entertaining, okay? And that was Erik Spoelstra's post-game press conference.
Why? Like, it's always amazing to me. Here's how the texts go. Damn, Heat gave up 18 points. Whew, that Spo presser was special.
It was special. It was special.
You're like a little kid. You just move your attention to something else real quick.
That's not true. It's not true. But this was delightful because I've never seen a move like this. We just saw Fred VanVleet get fined $30,000 for hosing down the referees and saying a referee has a vendetta against him. $30,000. But Fred VanVleet, he makes a rookie mistake because he starts his press conference by saying, I'll take the fine. What he needs to do is what Erik Spoelstra does, which is threaten the league and say, you're not going to fine me. Here was Spo afterwards. This is him at the podium.
It was a kind of a bizarre deal, you know. There was like half a dozen instances we had, you know, with that official. It's neither here nor there. I'm not going to get a fine, and league, you're not going to even think about giving me a fine. But it started off with, you know, that blocking foul where Jimmy took one to the face. You know, then Cody took another one to the face and broke his nose. And then, you know, our debate about those things seemed to carry over, you know, with the official, and then it became a matching of egos, I guess. But he got the last laugh on that one. The official did.
It's amazing.
Well,
wait.
Hold on. I'm going to give you the difference between a veteran complainer and an amateur. See, the veteran says that official. So if we want to know who it is, we got to do a little research.
Right.
The amateur calls him out by name.
But the amateur also volunteers, you can find me. And Erik Spoelstra is demanding, you shan't find me.
But
it will not happen.
Double finger.
Double finger, Leroy.
Yeah.
Dude, the audacity. Double fingers at the camera telling the league, you will not find me.
But here's the other thing. For $30,000, VanVleet did not hold back. You could tell Spo was holding back.
SDI says instead of worrying about the refs, you should worry about how to get Jimmy the ball. Well, I mean, you did see at the end of the game against the Cavs where Erik Spoelstra was just yelling to his teammates, "Get him open! Get him open! Get him open!" Like it was a great clip that went viral, and they did get Jimmy the ball, and he hit the game-winning shot there. But I mean, for me, that's like, hey man, your best friend is the point guard who came back and played 36 minutes off the bench after not playing him in the fourth quarter for a month after missing 15 games. And they just didn't give Jimmy Butler the ball. So I don't know who that's on. Is that on Spo or is that on Kyle Lowry? Like, you tell me.
I think it's a little bit of everybody, really. Like, one of the things that you always hear players say is, I had the hot hand and my teammates got me the ball in my spots. Well, Jimmy Butler's spot is everywhere.
Yep.
And to not even get the ball is a little concerning.
Yeah, it's disappointing.
People seem not to be aware of the circumstance of the game because, look, that's the first, when guy gets hot, that's the first thing they say in when they get interviewed. I was hot, my stroke was nice, and my players were getting me the ball.
Makes no sense.
Right.
And they just kept trying to give Bam the basketball. He was terrible. Maybe his worst game of the season. He punted the ball into the stands. He's getting diced up by Wendell Carter. And Jimmy Butler, no touches.
Who is a wiry, athletic dude.
Well, take a quick break. Back on over to the Dolphins. It's our Tua of the program. Tua! Big question answer. That's next.
Or Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tagovailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Chris Sims can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
To the program. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM, taking you up until 2 o'clock. We are streaming live on YouTube. You guys can get in, watch us, get it on the chat, and stream us live for the entirety of this program. Miami 560 WQAM, that is the channel. You guys can go subscribe on Twitch or YouTube, whatever is your video platform choice. And of course, you can watch us or listen to us on the Odyssey app. AUDACY WQAM is your listening channel over there. It is hour 2. Let you guys know that we are giving away another dual number custom jersey signed by Mark Duper and Mark Clayton. And that is courtesy of our friends over at Sinbad Sports. For your chance to win, just enter at WQM.com and the autographed jersey could be yours. Sinbad Sports is having a huge live auction in Pembroke Gardens this Friday and Saturday. Live bidding on autographs, frames, memorabilia, jewelry, watches, art, and more. You got it all going on for you. More than 200 items at Sinbad Sports are up for auction. For more details, go to sinbadsports.com. Let's get on over to our headlines here. Brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Miami Hurricanes. They will be facing Drake coming up in the NCAA tournament. It's the old 5-12, Leroy.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it really doesn't matter who they play if they don't have Amir.
Yeah, yes.
That's like, and that's the honest truth, is that they're not a very big team, and what he does inside.
He's a moose.
Right.
He's a moose. And he apparently was at the watch party in a cart. That can't be good.
Oh.
That can't be good. So Norchad Amir got hurt like right away in the ACC semifinals, and those frauds at Duke were able to waltz their way to a tournament title. So sucks. Not a true loss. Not a true loss. So Canes will be in action Friday, 7:25. Get your brackets ready, everybody. Your 1 seeds: Kansas, Purdue, Alabama, and Houston.
All the teams that were number 1 during the year.
So there you go. That
I think maybe I'm not sure. So it's Alabama, Houston was number 1, Purdue was number 1. I don't know if Kansas was number 1. I think they were. But at some point, all those 4 teams were number 1 in the country.
Well, that is your tournament, and Canes will be in action on Friday. So golf, Scotty Scheffler
Wasn't even close.
wasn't even close, eh?
Wasn't even close. The guy he played with started chunking it and hitting in the water, and then he had 5 birdies in a row. It was a difficult golf course. Just coasting on the victory.
World Baseball Classic, Pablo Lopez, he got a big ovation yesterday for Team Venezuela as they beat Puerto Rico. These atmospheres have been crazy. Have you been seeing what's been going on with this World Baseball Classic?
Wow.
And updates from Robbie.
That's crazy. I mean, I'm seeing, the type of atmosphere that we got going on there is nuts. It's
like,
not.
International sports is, it's like when soccer comes here, right? It's a madhouse.
I was at Hard Rock last night at 11 p.m. on a Sunday. and they were like, it was, 1 p.m. on a Sunday, and they were just loud yelling flags at the Hard Rock. It was crazy. Just watching a game on TV going crazy. Like, it was
wild though. Like, you think about all the people that are there. The Marlins got a lot of these guys on the team who are in the World Baseball Classic. Sandy, Dominican. See how many Dominican fans are there? Venezuela fans are there for them. Arias.
Well, it's Florida, dude.
This damn team needs to win. If they like, I don't know. If that could ever translate down here, and it's tough to know because they've never had consistent winning seasons enough to really fuel it. Like, I think one of the things that have really harbored the Panthers is the Panthers have given you now 4 straight seasons of being in it.
Right?
The Marlins have never had that World Championship at all. It's always like World Championship, kind of cute effort to defend one time. And, every now and then they'll spark up, but it's always like that. And then it's a disaster afterwards, and interest is lost.
Yep.
But
I always wonder from a business standpoint, the amount that you get from that uptick of being a contender and winning it. Wouldn't it be worth continuing to invest in that product? Because like, it's almost like they're fine with one and done, and we'll take the L for the next however many years.
Let me ask you this though: have you seen these Great Britain jerseys?
No, they cool.
Oh my god, the opposite of cool.
Leroy. They're the worst. They're the worst uniforms of all time.
Let me see it.
Let me see if I get this for you.
It looked like television before they decided to add color.
I couldn't imagine, like, Jazz Chisholm was supposed to play for Great Britain.
Wow.
There's no way Jazz Chisholm could play on a team with this little swag.
He would have to accessorize a lot more.
He would have had to have a talk with people. Like, listen, I can't play in this jersey. I don't know what you guys are expecting.
Change their name. Mediocre Britain. I don't like those jerseys, dude. It's whack. It looks like old 1920s. I just started making you look at this.
Like, is that for real?
That's standard font too. Like, no.
Wait,
it
you know
just
what's
says
crazy?
Great.
That
Britain.
literally looks like somebody in the last month said, "Hey guys, what are we gonna do for jerseys with this? What are we gonna do for jerseys with this World Baseball Classic?"
Hey, Todd, you got that there uniforms there, love?
Oh,
I got it. It's all handled. Don't worry. Oh, you put a lot of resources in for it.
Here's what's amazing. This looks like, now I can only think of one person from that region that was considered dull. Lennox Lewis. Everybody else is flashy. Name me an athlete that isn't flashy from that part of the world. They either talk, they're either wearing flashy clothes, they're either like, come on.
Wild, dude.
That's the Lennox Lewis of jerseys right there.
We can't put too much into it, love. It ain't our cricket team. It's crazy.
Are they don't expect a long run. They must not expect a long run.
I don't know.
We'll go to Michael's, we'll get the letters and stick on.
It almost looks like, remember in dodgeball where their uniforms didn't show up? It's almost like they went down to the local uniform shop, be like, "Hey, uniforms didn't get here. Can you
I'm gonna give you another one. You ready? Penn State.
I guess it's so bad. Anyway, moving on. Big news over the weekend, happened on Friday. Tua Tagovailoa had his 5th-year option picked up by the Miami Dolphins, Leroy.
Daddy loves you guys.
I mean, let's be honest. Were we giving ourselves unnecessary concern? Because it doesn't seem like anybody was making a big deal of it. Either
Nationally, they were. Nationally,
right? But I'm saying, like the Dolphins, everything that the Dolphins were relaying said that this was going to happen.
Everybody was like, "Oh, everything!" It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. It was like, Tua, we want Tua to be the quarterback for a long time. So even like even Chris Greer was asked. He was like, "Hey, is health a concern?" He goes, I'm not gonna lie and say it's not, but he always bounces back. Like, he was so upfront about everything with this guy, and then you see what Daniel Jones is making to be able to lock yourself in for
there's a
way
couple
less.
There's a couple of situations, right, that you should, if you're the Dolphins, you got to pay attention to and never get there. One, having to pay what has been an average quarterback $40 million a year. And two, having the situation with Lamar Jackson because you didn't do anything soon enough. You don't want to have that, because if you want to know a sign of uncertainty, go look at New York. Like, the organization hasn't been real positive about Daniel Jones for the first 4 years, to the point where they didn't pick up his option. And instead of $20 million, now they giving 82 guaranteed to a quarterback who has never thrown for more than 20 touchdowns
I just think
in a season.
This is hilarious. Like, I'll listen to Florio every week on this Joe Rose, and he's like, I don't think it's happening, Joe. Did you hear Mike McDaniel's answer to us when he said the option is Dancing with the Stars? I'm like, yeah, he was joking, dum-dum.
But that's just it.
And then it's like you have these reports that come out. The Dolphins are going to explore all options at quarterback. Are they? What does that mean? With in Vagueville, what does that mean? It means nothing because they said they were keeping him.
But why? But again, we have more access to what is going on with this team than they do. Why are you getting so worked up about something somebody else says?
Because why are they lying?
When you have a more accurate assessment of the situation.
But why lie? Why make stuff up? Why?
Let me introduce you to media today.
Why are we doing that,
what
though?
What are you talking about?
We've spent segments upon segments of Tua. You sure?
Not me.
Not saying you, but I'm saying, like,
Not
if you listen to Jet Up, who's going to replace Tua today? It's like the wheel of Tua replacement is going on every day.
Right.
Why Derek Carr should replace Tua?
Yeah.
Why Aaron Rodgers should replace Tua?
But
Why Lamar Jackson should replace Tua? Why Tom Brady's not really retired? You got this Scott Zolak who's out here, and he's like, I hear that Tom Brady thing's still in play. It's not.
Again, you can say anything you want in this business, but we know the reality of it. So don't get caught up in it.
No.
It's not true.
It has to be called out.
You could call it out, but hold on. Can I just say this? We spent way too much time mulling over this when everything that we heard from the actual people involved, right, said otherwise about what everybody else in the country who is not here was saying. So just go. We know what's up. We know what's up.
Even afterwards, it's going to be, are they really committed until they give him an extension? That's going to be the next goalpost move.
Then why? Then again,
it's going to be.
Don't fall for it. You are like a peacock bass. They wave a topic in your face and you fight like hell.
I don't like it.
Look here. The worm is fake.
No,
it's not real food.
But here's the thing.
It's not real substance.
No, let
it go.
Here's the thing. What you're saying it out like I'm the fish that's getting caught. I'm not. I'm the fish in the school of all the other fish who are like, mine. And I'm like, it's not real. But they keep falling for it. So I have to tell the other fish because they're dummies. Because
hey, a coach told me a long time ago, son, I can do a lot of things. I can't coach stupid. There you go.
I don't know. What does that mean with anything? I don't.
That means you could tell people and give them all the wisdom they want. But if they dumb as hell, they ain't going to pick it up.
I just don't understand it, though. Like, why is this being treated like
Why
this?
are you surprised? We've been in this business long enough. We hear all kinds of craziness.
I think I'm just confused about Tua in general. Like, why is there always this skepticism?
They confuse you with the nice, but here, it's more important for us and what we do. if there's skepticism coming out of Dolphins camp, if it's coming from Chris Greer, if it's coming from the owner, but if it's not, it shouldn't worry. We know the truth.
Isn't that the crazy thing about it anyway? That the idea that we had no, hear me out. Like this was just we know what skepticism or the non-confidence in Tua looks like. I just saw that. I know what that looks like. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like nothing because they don't say anything.
Right.
They didn't say anything when they were really trying to move on from Tua.
Right.
But when they back Tua, they've been as loud as they can be. We're not doing anything. And everybody's still like, I don't know. All options, dude.
You're always, listen, I believe this. As long as Tua plays for the Dolphins, we are going to have to weed through various topics, innuendos, suggestions of what people outside of Florida think about what the Dolphins are going to do with Tua. And be good that you know the truth. We know the reality of how good Tua is. And no matter what everybody says, we have facts supporting the things that we are saying about Tua. So who gives a damn about what these people have to say about a situation that they don't know about firsthand like we do? We've talked to people involved. We've heard what Chris Greer and McDaniel and the owner and the players have said about Tua. Why are we not listening to that? But somebody else from way outside of the house could say something, and we all get worried in here after hearing all the stuff we've heard from his teammates, his coaches.
It's not a matter of worried. It's annoyed, though. Like, why are they? Why is this a thing? It continues to just be thrown out there as fodder.
Says the guy who wants to bring more of it down here with Hard Knocks.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
See, make up your mind.
It's not the same though.
Because hold on. If you have Hard Knocks here that you signed up for, you're going to have more comments coming in because more people are going to be paying attention.
You know who's going to be the least controversial subject on Hard Knocks?
Who?
Tua. What's he going to say?
Really?
Daddy loves you guys.
Tua doesn't say anything now, and look at the conversations.
We go to Tua.
Tobin, he doesn't talk. He doesn't talk now. He says nothing negative about anybody. And still the conversations are always about Tua. Now you want to bring cameras and more stuff and hear him talk more so people can comment? I'll pass.
Schmeeth and Schmolnick says
Probably
this
a
show.
subtle jab, but it was a jab.
That's right, Tua.
If you have to announce a jab, you're being too nice.
I love him.
You're being too nice. See, look, hey, listen. That's like me saying, hey, I didn't like what you did, but I'm about to cuss you out. But all love, brother. All love. That's what Tua did. That's what Tua did. You can't do that.
So you just want Tua to just be really mean? He can't do
No,
it.
he's not a mean person. Which, to be honest with you, is one of the reasons why I think people say whatever they want about him.
Probably.
Because he don't snap back. So
he had a little sass this summer. He had a little bit.
Say, but even listen, even when he does say something, everybody chuckles like, that's so cute. That's so cute. Look at it cute. Tua's cute.
Look
right?
at Tua. Look
at
Tua.
Deep balls, huh?
Tua having confidence in his deep balls, which, by the way, he was like the most accurate deep ball thrower all year.
Right. And what?
Remember that was the thing last year?
Wait, he was the most, let's say it again. He was the most accurate deep ball passer in the league. Now,
other than Geno Smith. I believe Geno Smith is the only other guy.
Okay, now let's break this down. The complaints. His arm's not as strong as the other quarterbacks that got drafted before him.
Yep.
He can't keep it. He can't get it to Tyreek Hill. He ain't gonna be able to do that. And now you think they say, wow, I was wrong with that.
Nope.
No, they just moved to something else. See,
Can't
See,
stay
I
healthy.
knew it. The Dolphins don't even have confidence in him. They haven't picked up his fifth. You know what? A lot of times, teams will wait until the last minute to do any of that stuff just because it's an organizational thing. Nobody puts, like, guess what? The Ravens were probably always going to put the tag on Lamar Jackson. Always. But now we complaining they didn't do it earlier or before the date. You have until the date. So the fact that the Dolphins hadn't picked up Tua's fifth-year contract, you think saying if the deadline is, say, April 1st.
It was
right?
May 1st.
Oh, okay, it's May 1st. If the deadline is May 1st, is there any difference in doing it in April or doing it in December? Is there any difference?
No.
Okay, then why are we making it one? We made it one because they didn't pick up his guy, and they did it a month early, and they didn't even have to do that. They could have just said, "Tua, we're picking up your fifth year, but we're not announcing it yet." Okay, cool. That's it.
Tommy Hutton texts in and he goes, "Stop bickering."
Wow.
I don't know if it's really Tommy Hutton, but I mean, if it was Tommy Hutton, he'd tell us to stop the quibbling. That's what he would tell us.
But yeah, so it's amazing. But I think we know more about the situation than they do. So what we put out there needs to be more accurate. We shouldn't have conjecture and guessing and this and that because we know more. We have more information. We have more access than these people writing from California and all over, these national writers. And you know what? Hey, you know what? I don't want to climb the tree and get a good apple. Let's just pick this little Tua apple off the bottom, and all I have to do is just reach up. It's low-hanging fruit, dude. It's low-hanging fruit. It's an easy topic to chime in on, so that's what everybody does.
Is that what low-hanging fruit is?
Yeah. That's what it means. You get the easy fruit.
An
easy topic. An easy player to attack. Dude, you've never
thought about it like that.
What did you think low-hanging fruit meant?
I thought it was like fruit that like came from like a bush or something like that. See, I have like one of those. I have one of those extendo sticks that I could cut my mangoes down from.
Dude, hey, you know what's amazing? That yesterday, I was having such a good time with Marco's family. This dude's silly sauce didn't even affect me. I just kept it moving.
I just kept drinking his rum punch.
I say, you know what? I'm gonna do the prices right. You know, I'm gonna go ahead on and enjoy. I'm gonna go ahead on and go up there. And then first, they tried to get me to go lip sync. That wasn't happening. No. I said, I'll do prices right, even though I was only right one time.
We'll take a quick break here on the show. You guys can text at 305-567-0560. Back with more after this.
Previous.
Leroy. Tua actually has the prettiest balls.
I have a stat too. It's called Big Balls Yards. And Tua Tagovailoa leads the league.
If you own a small business, you know the
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Got some cat talk coming on up. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out when it's game time. Make Celsius a party to play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of the Florida Panthers. Miami Dolphins making moves. Jalen Ramsey, he is now a Miami Dolphin. Did you know that him and Tyler Hero were friends, Leroy?
I could see it. Why wouldn't they be? Tyler's basically friends with everybody else except the basket.
Hey, man.
You started.
Well, honestly, I got to be honest with you. Our boy Bam's been the one struggling lately, I feel like.
And he's closer.
It's been very...
And
What?
I'm coordinating my thoughts right now so I don't scream.
Okay.
If one more point guard dribbles the ball underneath the basket to the other side, I'm losing it.
And passes it out? Like, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, you know how they dribble around the back of the underneath? Tyler's been doing that a lot lately.
Did you see how Kyle had to get a tech immediately and as soon as he was back? Was,
yeah, of course.
I've been fiended to get at the referees.
Yeah. He's like...
Referee's like, oh, it's Kyle's back. Get your earplugs in. You know, it's going to be a long night. Just giving you the business.
Yeah, but it's pretty interesting that we've now, think about this. We now have two situations in the last week where a player and a coach talk about an official taking it personal.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Definitely.
You want to talk about the competitive nature and spirit of the game. You can't have that. You can't have an official going into the game saying, I don't like this player, so I'm going to call the game accordingly. You can't have that. So that needs to be fixed. You want to talk about integrity of the game. You can't ever think or have people think that this official has it out for a player. You can't have it.
Imperium says the 5th-year option for Tua isn't confirmed. Miami hasn't confirmed anything. I believe.
Okay.
All right. Johnny needs his I's dotted and T's crossed. Like they told his agent, they're picking him up. They're picking it up. They're gonna lie to his agent.
Like it's not done till it's done.
So here's the deal.
Guys holding out hope. Like that guy's like Mike Greenberg. You don't know.
If I'm not mistaken, they have a date where they have to pick
it up by it's May 1st or 2nd.
It's when they have to pick it up, but it doesn't actually take, right? So it's like it's almost like, and this is in lesser terms, this is professional. So, but when a kid commits his junior year to a university, right? He haven't, and I say it all the time, he hasn't signed a paper yet. He's a kid. He can change his mind. That's a little bit different in this situation, but it's very similar to, it's like the trade. Technically, they haven't traded for Jalen Ramsey yet. They can't do it until Wednesday?
Well, that's the thing that's funny about with the whole thing. They're like, well, how come you haven't done it yet? And like, if I'm Chris Crim, like, I don't know, because I'm scouting 400 players at a combine. Is that?
That's what I'm saying. That's where we come in, right? That's where we come in. We know better.
Nah, they're gonna spin it, dude.
Then again,
they're like Red Panda spinning those plates.
It's time. You know what it's time for us to do? It's time for us to put a bubble over South Florida and let's go to work.
A bubble,
a bubble, and not worry about what anybody's saying outside that bubble. You get more carried away. Of course.
You think I'm gonna adhere to those rules?
No, of course not. Of course not. Of course not.
I'm not gonna let these No, you want to know why? I'm not going to let the charlatans out here just do whatever they want. I'm not going to let people come out here and say, oh, the Dolphins are exploring all options. No, they're not. If you're talking about going to get Gardner Minshew for their backup role, then yeah, I guess they are. But when you're insinuating that they're going to go and move on from Tua, that's stupid. If you're going to go out here and be like, oh, no, I still think they're going to get Tom Brady, you're dumb. If you think they're going to go out there and get Lamar Jackson, they're not. If you think they're going to go spend $60 million on a hippie, they're not. But every one of those things has been spun. When the coach is out here telling you He likes his quarterback. His quarterback fits his system. And meanwhile, what are they doing? Things that the team actually needs, like getting Jalen Ramsey, like getting a running back, like getting a tight end, because their quarterback is set.
Yes. We know this.
Then why don't people say that? Why do you spin lies?
Well, look, I have been consistent with this. I have said, don't worry about the Dolphins picking up the 5th year. The last thing they want to do is be in a Daniel Jones situation or a Lamar Jackson situation. They're going to pick it up. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean anything. Like, people made it seem like they had doubts. They had this. They had no. The date is May 1st.
By the way, let's not forget, Jalen Ramsey very famously once called Josh Allen trash. So he's going to fit right in. Attaboy. Twice a year.
Attaboy.
I mean, he talks bleep about everybody, but, you know.
No. But quarterbacks,
Let's bring that back.
he's the quarterbacks. He's the only one that he called trash.
He hoses them down. I love it.
With a list one year, I felt like he had a list.
Yeah.
No,
they were asking him about different quarterbacks.
He hosed down everybody. Everybody, including his own quarterback, Blake Bortles.
I mean,
at the time, who they paid instead of him. Idiots.
And the cool thing about what the Dolphins did, they just guaranteed the rest of his contract.
Time to get to Leroy's game balls and game bums. That's next.
bum, 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 bum.
This guy's a ball. Oh, let's go, you rascals. It's time for Leroy Horde to head to the center of the locker room and hand out his game balls and game bums. But first, I need a weather report, Leroy, from the Demesman and Dover Law Firm. Your accidentattorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
All right. At the Windowplex, looks like it may be partly to mostly cloudy. Winds 10 to 15 miles an hour out of the west, maybe northwest.
Yep.
And it is probably right around 81, 82 degrees.
There you go. All right. Leroy, what do you got today for game balls and game balls? We're streaming live on YouTube, Miami 560 WQAM, YouTube and Twitch. You guys can watch us live and get in on the chat. What do you got today for game balls and game bums, my friend?
So I'm going to start with my game bum. And at first it was going to be the little bitty small print that they put on that parking valet for trucks. It says $12 real big. And then when I got up, there's a little sign that say 25 for big trucks.
We screw trucks.
Yes. So, but that's not it. I saw a tweet of a baseball game, and I tweeted it just now, of New Orleans against, I can't read the other team, it's too little, I don't have my glasses.
Okay.
And this guy has a problem with the batter.
Mississippi Valley, it looks
Mississippi Valley. This guy has a problem with a baseball player showing him out on the pitch before, and he just called the next pitch a strike.
Yeah, and the pitch was in the batter's box. Like
the pitch was in the batter's box.
Impossible for it to be a strike.
Right.
If you didn't swing.
Right. And the game ended like that.
Yep.
And even the catcher knew, because the batter bout went ballistic and the catcher held him back from the other team.
Yep.
Wow. That's ridiculous. You can't end the game like that.
It was the craziest thing I have ever seen. And it's funny, we've just had now 2 other conversations about officials getting up in their fields.
It's actually funny. We actually have the batter's post game. Jafik, if you could bring that up, this is what the batter had to say to the umpire afterwards.
It was like half a dozen instances we had, with that official. It's neither here nor there. I'm not going to get a fine, and league, you're not going to even think about giving me a fine.
Firing threats off. He's threatening the NBA.
Right. It's called the preemptive strike, Marcos.
Yeah.
Hey,
it always works though. He never gets fined.
That you know of.
No, he's not going to get fined. They'll announce it if he gets fined. They'll announce it. It won't happen though.
Now, I tell you what, my game ball, you could say a lot of things about Marcos.
Yep.
Ooh. Dude could throw a shindig now.
He can throw a shindig.
Oh, that was some fun.
Oh, thanks, man.
Got to meet the family. Got to meet others.
Others, yes.
Others.
Indeed.
Yep. And Cookie.
Oh my gosh. Cookie is she's a wonderful woman. Wonderful woman. A bit kooky as well.
Yeah. Hey, Cookie just introduced herself. She was there to party.
Mm-hmm.
She was there to party. And had ourselves a good time. I know you had to kick them folks out because there wasn't nobody leaving at 3.
Nah,
listen, you could have just sent them next door to Copper Blues. That place was lit.
That place was jumping.
Hey,
holy
did they have like club music blinking in there at 3:30?
It was wild.
It's crazy over there. I'm telling you.
It was like as if you go out to the Doral City place, you're like, oh, all is quiet on the front, and then you walk into Copper Blues.
It was 12 o'clock.
I know, it was crazy.
It was 12 o'clock.
Yeah, it gets crazy.
So yeah, had ourselves a good time. Good people. That definitely gets the game ball because you're always wondering if it's gonna go right. I would give one to J-Fig too.
Oh, nice.
But I ain't gonna give it to her. Not a game ball, a game bum. She called, because she called, said, "Hey, call me when you leave." I said, "Okay, I will," because she want to meet, which I understand. If you're not, I understand that.
Yeah. Also, she thought she was gonna get arrested, so there's that.
So, and then I get there, and I'm like, I told Big Spoon, I said, "Hey, she lives closer than I do. Where the hell? Where's J-Fig?" Looking at my clock. "Hey, where are you?" "On my way."
It's funny. We actually have J-Fig's response. If she could bring up the video, we have J-Fig's response to Leroy when she walked into the party.
I'm not going to get a fine, and league, you're not going to even think about giving me a fine.
Oh man.
Well, I'm glad at whatever time that all three of you showed
up.
up.
Oh no, it was awesome. It was awesome, dude. It was awesome. I tell you what, you outkicked your coverage, my man.
I appreciate it. I'll take that. I saw it early. You wanted to say I was scouting early.
They call him Lou Headley.
Yeah, exactly.
Outkicked his coverage.
Yeah, man, it was a great time. Congratulations to you and everybody in your family. It was a beautiful day. Beautiful day.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Maybe Tadpole.
Yeah.
Guy says Tyreek Hill running track looked like he was going against the Bear University Rubik's Cube Club. That was great. Are those people track runners that he was going up against? Because he blew the doors off of them.
No, they have a track record. They did not have any sort of success.
It looked like it would be.
Were they
as
older or were they high school kids?
They kind of looked young, but it looked as if Tyreek Hill would be running track against me. Like that's how bad he beat these people by.
Yeah, it wasn't close. It's not close.
I think a lot of times because other guys are fast on the field, right? I'm gonna tell you like this: people don't realize how fast that dude is.
Oh, it's wild.
Like, he's a different level fast.
It's wild to think like if you actually could get him the ball every time that he was open, what would actually happen? Because he's always open. Nobody can guard him.
Right.
It's insane. Except for Jalen Ramsey, of course, but Jalen Ramsey's here. So, don't have to worry about that no more. Now Jalen Ramsey gets to lock up Stephon Diggs, who, by the way, did you see Stephon Diggs was like, I don't understand how we're always out of the playoffs so early. Hey, Stephon, you yelled at the reason why. You yelled at him right on the bench. That's the reason.
That's what we're going to start calling. We're going to start calling him. You yelled at him. Is playing quarterback for the Bills.
Oh, I don't understand. How does this keep happening? Hey, you know why. You know why.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Are we starting to have questions about Josh Allen?
I don't have questions about him because I never believed in him.
Okay.
Fraud.
Okay. Like it's is he one? He's going to be one of those guys when he can't throw, when he can't run around.
I am worried about that.
I think he's going to be like a Ben Roethlisberger. Like
he's
such a moose.
He takes an ass kicking.
Right, but he's such a moose that even if he sat in the pocket, once you got there, it's no guarantee you're going to bring him down.
Or Cam Newton.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Are we really going to start looking at these quarterbacks and using their athletic ability as a plus, but using their ability to throw the ball as the main reason why you get them?
Look, he can throw some ungodly stuff because he has a hoose.
A hoose.
He has a hoose, but it's willy-nilly. That's basically what his audible should be.
Willy-nilly. On two. Willy-nilly. Willy-nilly. We had a signal called scatter.
What?
Scatter.
Scatter? What is that?
Yeah, so we would all we would try to, we knew if we had a receiver that went with Randy on every play, right? Or whoever the big receiver was, in that game. We knew they were going to adjust their coverage to them. We would scatter. So we would get all tight in the backfield, right? And then just quickly jump, to our positions and then go quick. Because now they're trying to look at formation. They're trying to try to figure out who does what or whatever. And if you line up and go, boom, they don't have that time.
We'll take a quick break. Keep things going on. If you guys want to listen, we're on the Odyssey app, AUDACY. WQAM is the channel there. You guys can watch us, Miami 560 WQAM. Back with more after this.
It's in the crib, ma. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Drop it like it's hot.
Get it, you. Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot.
So I think Tobin is currently reading the Snoop Dogg read.
I am. My bad. I was drinking water. You know, I didn't want to get my gulps up on the air. I'm here, though. Snoop Dogg. He's bringing his high school reunion tour to the I Think Financial Amphitheater in West Palm this August. We want you guys to go. Just go to WQM.com and enter, and you can be seeing Snoop with Wiz Khalifa and a whole lot more. It's a Live Nation show. Those tickets courtesy of Live Nation. There you go. Let's get to some cat talk here, brought to us by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out. When it's game time, make Celsius a part of your play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of the Florida Panthers. Should be the Schmolnick says the first non-intangibles concert that we have ever promoted. He might be right.
Yeah, because isn't Rolling Loud soon?
Yeah,
aren't they doing construction?
Yeah,
but we don't. That's but it wouldn't be on our station anyway.
Yeah, for sure. But remember, there is a commercial currently for like Wu-Tang Clan and Nas, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. But never a live read, so this is a new category. But Snoop is for everyone, man. He's for everyone.
Yeah. He's like one of the biggest spokespeople out there right now.
Yep.
You know, he's there selling everything. Cats, they split the weekend. They got 3 out of 4 points, 2 overtime games for the Cats. You guys see that Brandon Montour goal in overtime? It was like number one in SportsCenter top 10 plays. He had like a behind the back little kind of thingy thing, or like a backwards reverse shot. It was sick.
Against Nashville?
No, against Chicago.
Unacceptable, dude. Why is that not in the system then? I gotta see it every time the Panthers make top 1 in like SportsCenter. Like how often?
It was really cool. It was a really cool goal.
Yeah, and for it to not be Kachuk.
It wasn't Kachuk. Kachuk had a big game. Kachuk basically led the whole comeback for him, but Montour had the game winner.
All right, so, games in hand? Huh?
I'll look right now. I'll see where we're at. Games in hand for the Cats. I don't think they have any games in hand. They haven't had games in hand all year.
It's crazy how much the Panther season and the Heat season has mirrored each other. They're very back and forth, up and down.
The Panthers are 3 points back, but have a game in hand to the
look at that, dude.
Woo! We are back.
There's a chance.
Yeah, buddy.
Based on what you've seen this year, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
2-1 filthy. You missed it last week, Marcos, but we had Sergei Bobrovsky explain the 2-1 filthy, which was exciting.
Yeah, I like
Hold on
behind it.
So they won on Friday.
Yep.
And they lost yesterday. What was the score yesterday?
Moving on.
What was the score, Marcos?
It was 5-4, right? In overtime. And he played a back-to-back. Give him a break. A back-to-back.
That wasn't back-to-back.
It was back-to-back. They played Friday and Saturday. No, they didn't play yesterday.
Overtime.
Friday, Saturday.
Yep.
What was the score on
It was 3-4. 4-3.
Okay.
Overtime Friday, overtime Saturday.
He got screwed on that third goal, though. Like, he got, like, tripped, and then the guy was right there for the goal. I was like, I felt bad.
So he averaged 4 goals this weekend.
Look, you can say he could average 4 goals. I would say the Cats average, they got 3 out of 4 points. So that's a pretty good weekend.
Pretty good.
Because you don't want to be the jinx.
I'm not the jinx, though. You know, it's a couple OT games. You know what the T stands for in OT?
You would be the mush.
No, dude. Look,
don't go hang out with the mush. He's bad luck.
Stop calling me the mush. I don't like that. I don't appreciate that. You're being a bully. It was a little Splitsville weekend. You had the Panthers split.
Yeah, everybody.
The Heat split.
Yep.
The Hurricanes, they took a split. They're like, see ya. We're out of here. We got to split out of this tournament.
The thing that's crazy about basketball and football, if somebody gets hurt in the SEC championship, you got a month to basically get, things together. But when this happens In basketball, you got a week.
Yeah, less than ideal.
Right.
Less than ideal, especially for a guy who's got to go out there and maul people and get rebounds.
Yeah. And you say he was in a cart?
They said a cart. Yeah.
Cart.
A cart. Yeah. I don't know if that's I don't know if that's like a rascal. I don't know if that's like one of those wheelie carts that you prop your leg up.
Can I tell you, I got to wear shin pads in the Publix because I've been hit like 3 times by those little scooters. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you. Where you looking? It's a grocery store. You got Fluffy in the basket. You don't even have food, and you're driving up and down the aisles.
The Heat's weekend was bad, especially the way it ended with Jimmy giving us a moment of the season, and then the team deciding to just pull their shorts down and take a giant poop on the floor during overtime. 18 points in overtime. Are you effing kidding me?
No defense.
The only hope I have left, really, is Jimmy's anger last year was him fighting Erik Spoelstra, which kind of catapulted a little Runsky to get into the playoffs. Not to get into the playoffs, but like they got things right. It looked like rock bottom. Okay. Maybe him walking off the floor is the same thing. Huh?
Could be something. Could be something there.
I think his feelings, if that's how he feels, needs to be expressed to his teammates. There's no other way of putting it. If you feel that your teammates aren't giving you the same effort you're giving them, it's okay.
Does he just fire the bum guns to everybody?
I think you got to have that somebody lose it. You know what I mean? Somebody like
Omer
make people aware.
Omer.
He ain't gonna lose. What? No, Jimmy is the only one that could do that.
Jimmy's the only, but everyone's gonna be like, oh, that's just Jimmy. You know, Jimmy being Jimmy.
No, depending on what you say and how you go at it. Like, keep in mind, everybody that's been at one of these pressers has kind of go in there throwing soft tosses. Oh, we need to do this. We need to do that. We need to, we're working on this. And everybody's been really nice.
He's not a host. Yeah, he doesn't hose down his teammates very much in the media.
I know he doesn't. I'm not saying
extreme measures to do that. I mean, with Miami.
I'm not saying he doesn't need to. He does it in the media. I'm saying he needs to do it with them. I'm not saying we even need to know about it.
Oh, I want to know about it.
Of course. Dude, I swear it's like doing a show with TMZ.
It's not true, dude.
It is. Dude.
Although let me tell you something right now.
All you care about is the hot story. You don't care if it makes any sense, if it's accurate.
Let me tell you something right now. I'm boots on the ground tonight. Let me tell you something about old Tobes. I'm on BLW tonight.
What's that?
Body language watch.
Oh,
okay.
I'm going to be watching side eye. I'm going to be watching, a little dismissive. Who's paying attention during timeouts? Old Tobes is watching out for body language tonight.
Hey, why don't you pay attention to the basketball?
I will. But
like, you see what I'm saying?
I'm going to be
the only guy saying I got boots on the ground and all I care about is body language.
I'm checking out that body language tonight, dude.
Usually body language is good when guys are making shots.
Body language was not good when he walked off the court with time still to play. And I'm not, let me tell you, I don't blame him. I would be frustrated too. And in fact, I got to be honest with you. We see a lot of stars around the league get frustrated with their teams not doing anything or doing the right things. A lot of stars. Dude, I'm not going to be surprised if Jimmy Butler has some things that he's not pleased with the organization. Like how? Leroy, how? After he's given him 2 deep playoff runs, okay? Mm-hmm. How has the response always been the next year to do nothing? How do you get that close twice and the response is they didn't do anything?
Well, let's chew on this for a minute because you say that they didn't do anything, but you're also saying that you're not really ready to do the things necessary to do something.
What?
So if I start off every trade saying I'm not trading Jimmy, Bam, or Tyler, and that's how every conversation goes with anybody you talk to, it's an argument ender. It's over. So if you could get help for Jimmy, but you got to give up one of those two players, it's a different conversation.
It's
And
an
the Heat
interesting
have
thing,
said,
though. Like, I think for him, he's got to be looking at this because he has been, you know, he probably looks at the organization is like, okay, you know, I've done the thing where like I've been waiting for Bam and Tyler to develop, and I do think that both have grown. Bam has had big postseason moments. Tyler definitely did the bubble year last year. He stunk up the joint. I a lot of the times going back with the whole but this, like, players don't want to hear that. Like, you know, how many times do they look at a front office and be like, okay, that's cool, I get your logic in that. How many years do I have left of being this good?
Agreed. But what I'm saying to you is this. Before we got to this point, those three guys were the only three guys on the team that were unavailable. And you can't go into a situation with no other players, no draft picks, and say our only three assets are not not up for trade. And so if you want to make change, and that's kind of how the Heat got caught up in this situation of running it back, that they weren't willing to give up anything that it would take to get another piece.
That's the thing that's crazy to me, though, is like, I kind of heard you out when you did it in 2021 because shortened pandemic year. All right, I could see the argument, but to do it again, especially when you had such a thin performance, it felt like, from reliable guys in the postseason. Like, the postseason really felt like Jimmy, Bam, every once in a while, Gabe and Strus. Mm-hmm. And Max and Gabe, I think, have not been as consistent as we've expected this year. That's definitely been an issue. The shooting, and we've been pointing out
all shooting.
Yeah, the shooting's been a disaster.
Right.
But yeah, I just think that he's got to. There's no way that in his private moments, Jimmy is thinking to himself, Jesus, man, I feel like one of the best players in the league, and this is the response. Now, I'm sure the front office could be, look, it's because your friend is Kyle Lowry. We got you him, and he's no good. That could be a response. I don't know if that's a healthy relationship to go back and forth to play the blame game, but I just know that typically when the players, they do two things. One, the hindsight 2020 thing, they're not going to play that. And typically when they make mistakes on player suggestions, they don't really like to take accountability for that either.
Now, my question to you is this.
Yep.
We go into next year. You know what has to be on the table. If you're keeping Jimmy, Bam or Tyler have to be in trade talks.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely going to be, I definitely think they're going to be more open to it if they get bounced early. And it's got a dude is a critical, like, you don't want to, first of all, to think they're going to get a 5-game win streak to get out of this play-in tournament. Whew, feels like a vast expectation. Feels like a huge expectation from where they've been.
You mean to expect something that you haven't seen
since
66 games?
Yeah, that's right.
68 games?
Yeah, something like that. Give or
take.
They
got 13 left, 68 games. Right? In 68 games, you haven't seen a 5-game winning streak. And you still hold on hope? There's only 13 left?
I'm not holding out hope.
Okay.
But they're going to, unless you're going to get big collapses from the teams in front of you, you need to take matters into your own hands, and it just doesn't feel like
they can.
Doesn't feel like they can.
Oh, right.
Dade South,
you have 68 games to show that they haven't been able to.
Dade South twitches in. Can you feel the playing in your soul?
Playing in your soul.
I don't want that song.
Yeah.
Damn it, Dade South.
I
mean, for Twitcher.
So I don't really, I get it. It's frustrating because, when we talked to Karate last week. Was it last week?
Yeah, or the week before. What else?
Or the week before, we talked to Karate, and I said,
yeah, we talked to him last week.
How unusual is it for a team to lead in a stat, and then with the same team be almost the worst at the same stat? It's nearly unheard of.
You know what the thing that's annoying about it though, dude? Like they've gotten some shooting over the last few games. You know, it hasn't been atrocious. And they still find a way. It doesn't matter. You get shooting, you don't get shooting. They're 5-point games no matter what.
2 things I look at, or 3 things. You ready? Turnovers, rebounds, 3-point shots. And look at the disparity. When you see that game on Saturday, and you see that they damn near out-rebounded the Heat by 20, that's unacceptable.
Well,
it's not possible. It's damn near impossible to do something like that.
It's rough, dude.
So
we'll take a quick break. You guys can text to 305-567-0560. Back after this. of sounds like whale sounds in the background, if you ask me. That's what Chris Greer's got going on in the office. That's what you do when you sharpen harpoons. And we're giving away another dual number custom jersey signed by Mark Duper and Mark Clayton, courtesy of our friends over at Sinbad Sports. Love Sinbad. Sinbad and I go back, dude. You know, back to the old heavyweight factory with Shannon the Cannon Briggs, who, by the way, did you see Leroy a couple weeks ago was hanging out with our friend Antonio Tarver? You imagine those two hanging out together? Wow.
I've hung out with Tarver.
Yep. Tarver he liked this video on our Twitter of me just making you freak out, which I appreciated. For your chance to win this custom,
everybody, you know what? Everybody that
signed,
knows me enjoys that.
That's right. For your chance to win this custom dual signed Mark Duper and Mark Clayton jersey from Sinbad Sports, all you have to do, enter at WQM.com, and the autographed jersey could be yours. By the way, Sinbad Sports is having a huge live auction in Pembroke Gardens this Friday and Saturday. Going to be live bidding on autographs, frames, memorabilia, jewelry, watches, art, and a whole lot more. There's more than 200 items at this auction. For more details, go to SinbadSports.com. A little bit of news, Leroy. Ooh, you got that. That's a really good flavor. Really good flavor. Leroy's got that what is that? That's green apple.
Cherry.
Yeah, that's good, dude.
Yeah.
Adam Schefter. Oh, that crack.
And it's ice cold too, because it was it's been sitting in the garage refrigerator for like a week.
Well, speaking of ice cold, apparently all is not well in Chargers land.
Why not?
Apparently, Adam Schefter is saying Chargers running back Austin Ekeler is requesting permission to speak with teams about a potential trade after preliminary talks with the team aimed at a contract extension did not progress.
Ooh.
You know,
wait. Hey. No. Hey.
Wow.
Here's what that is.
What?
Here's what that is. I'm going to speak in your terms.
Yeah.
Just trying to make a little stink so he get his money.
Maybe. Or maybe. He's got to want to venture into some East Coast waters. Maybe a whale he's sick of swimming on the Pacific. He wants to venture around the Gulf of Mexico and come all the way here, dude, upon these shores. Who's that? Austin Ekeler. Taking Justin Herbert. Taking Justin Herbert's favorite target, dude.
Not interested.
What?
Wait, what?
What? And may I respectfully say, what?
I gotta look at the stats.
We got those guys.
Leroy, he's Austin Ekeler.
We got those guys.
Leroy.
You have to pick and choose where you're going to spend large amounts of money.
Leroy.
You can't.
100 plus catches?
107 catches last year?
Yeah. Leroy.
Okay. So
1,600 total yards.
Listen to this.
Leroy.
Listen to this. I'm going to speak logically. This is not about the talent of Austin Ekeler.
18 touchdowns.
How many? Hold on. How many catches you think he'll have here with this team and this crew? 30, 40?
What are you talking about? They got weapons over there.
No, but
they got Mike Williams. They got Keenan Allen.
They also didn't block well, so he was allowed.
Block schmuck. He's on the field a ton. If you're getting 300 touches, they using you, baby.
Yeah. Also 5'8", 200 pounds. Stick.
Moose. Short moose.
Now you got Austin Ekeler like a Sharpei. Irish, what is that? Irish bulldog.
Yep.
No, dude. No, you can't. You got to pick and choose where you hit your home runs.
I want to have some fun, baby. Let's just keep adding stars. All in. All in.
Even if you're all in, that's still not a good signing. You need other stuff you got to bring in.
But I want more weapons.
You have enough weapons.
Dude,
this is not the hold on. First of all,
yeah.
You need to be kicking the tires on some of these offensive linemen. Second of all, you need a tight end. You need a linebacker.
Dude, we got Durham Smythe, Tanner Connor.
There you go. Yep. Okay. They can look just like Kittles.
Don't disgustedly sip your Celsius at me and disgust of my takes.
I just took a glorious drink and took a mad sip.
Yeah, your sip looked mad, like you're mad drinking in my face.
Yeah, your pinky was up too.
Wax attacks.
You know what's amazing? You know what my favorite is?
Hmm?
The guy who drinks the water and squishes the bottle at the same time. Like the water's not coming out of that hole big enough. So you gonna force it down like a hose.
Wax Attack says, Tobin just made me throw up in my mouth. Who the F are our tight ends? We still need a linebacker, tight end, and O lineman.
Is that not what I just said?
He is. He's agreeing with you.
Okay.
What about Hunter Campbell? Do we still have him?
We don't. We traded him for Jalen Ramsey.
Oh, no longer have Hunter Campbell.
Dude, listen, I'm telling you right now, Tanner Connor flashed in camp.
That's so let me get this.
Yeah.
As a guy who wants, I'm assuming you want the Dolphins to do well.
Yeah.
You're going to go into this season at tight end with a guy who flashed at camp.
Dude, he flashed, though. I'm telling you.
And here's the amazing thing about this, Marcos. I'm going to talk to you right now.
Why are you talking to me?
Here's the amazing thing about this guy. Right? He was the main guy with the Heat who has a problem with running it back. He complains all the time. Dude, we did this. Remember that 11-30 team? We ran it back.
But we're not running it back. We're going to let a young guy develop. You know, he was a rookie last year, undrafted. He flashed at camp.
Wait. He did that. You had a problem with that.
It's not running it back, though, with the whole team. I'm getting Austin Ekeler in this scenario.
What about all those guys that got all that big money for
what do
the
you mean?
Heat?
Yeah, but that's not the same, dude. Like, we're not running it back because we got Jalen Ramsey. And we got Fangs. We're not running it back.
So
Fangs up.
It's already not running it back.
Oh, dude,
So,
we're like Tyreek Hill against those sprinters. We've run past the field.
You do realize they need a tight end.
Yep.
Running back.
Yep.
Maybe an offensive lineman.
Which, by the way,
I'd be able to get by with.
I just suggested that, and you.
No, you can't just spend maximum money on every position, dude.
Why not? But why not? Why not?
Because there's a salary cap.
Oh, okay. That's what they tell me. That's what they tell me. But I don't know, dude. Is there?
I've never seen something not happen because of salary cap. They just make it happen. They find money.
You eventually have to pay the piper after you get the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Now the Rams, guess what? The Rams, you know what they're doing right now? Paying the piper. Mm-hmm. But you know what else they have? Super Bowl.
So you saying you would do that? You wouldn't mind being the Rams for 1 year and then being what followed that?
Yeah, absolutely not.
Dude, I know Miami, man. In 3 years, you'll be complaining.
Nah.
Yes,
50
you
years,
would.
Dude. Leroy, 50 years. What are you talking about?
I'd complain with
the
Rams.
If they won the Super Bowl this year and did the Marlins, you'd be upset.
If they won a Super Bowl and beat the Marlins, no, I wouldn't be.
I said and did the Marlins. We call it the Marlins.
Nah, you always get a kind of run it back. And don't forget, Tua's young. You know, they have an old quarterback in Matthew Stafford. The old hate running it back.
You just not gonna stop today, huh?
I'm just excited, dude. We're wheeling and dealing.
You excited about possibly. You think here's what drives me crazy about you. Any free agent available, I mean, you did except baseball. Because you would willingly say, oh, we can't afford that. They ain't gonna spend the money for him. But every time a player is available, you get excited. Like,
well, I don't understand what the problem is. Like Stephen Ross is all in mode. Let's go for it, dude.
Salary cap, dude. What are you going to do with those other players?
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you a question. Say if they could find the money to sign Austin Ekeler or to do a trade. They don't have any picks. Hold on. Let me finish before you get all excited. And to get him, you don't add any offensive line, a tight end, or a linebacker. And all year we're complaining about those three positions. You will be the first one to say they should have took care of it in the offseason.
Nah.
You are, oh my goodness.
Won't be an issue when we're hoisting Lombardi. Take a break. Back after this.
Previously on
Tobin and Leroy.
The old love second chances, okay? Because the old love chess, especially in the park. He'll be back. The old love attention.
Text WQAM on the Kendall Toyota text line.
Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. David Buster's month is back just in time for Hoops Tournament Hysteria. We've got your chance to a $250 gift card from Dave and Buster's. Go to WQAM.com and enter on the contest page. If you win, go to Dave and Buster's with your gift card and have a party. All on us and Dave and Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports at Dave and Buster's in Hollywood. Tobin and Leroy here with you. You guys can watch us on YouTube and Twitch. Miami 560 WQAM is our channel. You guys can also stream us on the Odyssey app, AUDACY. WQAM is where you listen to us there. And get the Tobin and Leroy podcast available on all your podcast platforms. Oh, J-Fig is here. Hello, Jennifer.
Hey,
hello.
Me and Marcos didn't get the shirt memo.
Yeah, well, I guess
I don't understand. What's wrong?
Kind of did. I definitely didn't.
Because we're wearing the same color, me and J-Fig. It's like old school Marlins, baby.
It actually is.
Is it? Oh, that's J-Fig.
Oh, man.
Is that the old school World Championship shirt?
Yep.
Oh, that's Goosey's right there. That's
it's
really
very
good.
sad though that the sleeves are kind of messed up because it's so old. But
I
love this shirt.
I have a real vintage Marlins shirt from '93, but it's got the worst bacon neck. I just can't wear it.
Yeah, I can't wear this in public.
It looks hideous.
So, I mean, if your definition of bacon neck is turtleneck, then yeah, you have no neck,
dude. What are you talking about? I have plenty of neck. I don't know what you're talking. I got a plenty of neck, plenty of nose. That's what they call me.
Really?
PNN.
That's just longer than your name.
Update from Ira Winderman. Duncan Robinson, who was in health and safety protocols. Didn't know that was still a thing. He has been upgraded to questionable tonight against Utah. So get those cheeks ready, Dunks.
Hey, man, everyone be careful. I don't know what's going on, and we'll find out about it months from now, but everyone's been getting sick.
Dude, I got my daughter's homesick today. That's why I'm home today. She's not feeling good. Wifey's saying she's not feeling good. You know,
Yeah.
I tell him, I said, hey, take your vitamins. That's what Hulk Hogan always said.
That's true. That works for old Tobes.
That's what happened. What? Why are you looking at me like that, Leroy? What? I don't look like a vitamin taker to you?
unless vitamins is deep fried and battered.
Oh, wow! What a market we could have.
Are they?
Man.
Did get an update from the Ravens, by the way.
Yeah.
Little local tie to the former Hurricane. Calais Campbell has been released.
Now.
Wow.
Is that so they can sign Lamar Jackson? Because he
I don't know. They put out a statement. Calais defines what it is to be a Raven. He personifies professionalism, and his contributions to our organization, both on the field and on the field and off the field, are immense. With his passion, leadership, and toughness, Calais has undoubtedly produced a Hall of Fame worthy career. And while this is the worst part of the business, we have not closed the door on him possibly returning to our team in the future. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, what is that? So you can't just like
you know what that is.
That's weird.
That's a nice way of saying goodbye. That's it.
Weird.
That's it. Like, and then the next, Adam Scheffler going, the move saves them $17 million. We know what it's about. Like, just saying, listen, you already took the man money. You ain't got to say nothing nice about him. Right? You know how you say something nice to a football player? Pay him more money.
Huh.
Saying, look, they've done this before. They've been saying, oh, we think Lamar Jackson is great. He's a game changer. He's his playmaking ability is unbelievable. Then why didn't you sign him?
I mean, we don't really need the position, but that would be kind of goosies if we got Calais Campbell.
There we go.
I mean, that would be a fun tie, dude.
Goosey. Tobin's salary cap would be $380 million.
Love Calais Campbell. We'll
How old is Calais Campbell?
I don't know.
He's got to be what, 35 plus?
Calais Campbell. Now, do you want that in human years or monster years? Calais Campbell is 36. He will be 37 before week 1.
Okay. 37-year-old monster?
Oh, and he's a mauler, dude.
No.
Don't need him, though. I mean, we got Sealer it on up. We better pay.
Yeah, for sure.
Otherwise, he's heading to holdout city.
Mm.
You know, he ain't showing up to camp making $2 million this year. You guys are nuts. And we got to pay Christian Wilkins, too.
And we better.
Oh, we better, dude. Listen, I saw all these people talking about the best players on the Dolphins. Let's not forget, this guy was, you want to talk about a monster. Not only is he a monster, he's a monster who loves musicals and kick your ass. And grab your junk.
So where are you getting all this money from?
Jesus.
Big Daddy Ross.
Okay, because but you got to sell.
What? They'll maneuver, dude. Do you want to know?
Listen, you can only maneuver so much.
Dude.
You can't just go maneuver with anybody. Certain contracts you can't maneuver. It'll cost you more money. It's very selective on what contracts you can deal or do that with.
Chris Greer does 2 things, okay? All right. Shows up to work and he maneuvers.
Dealer Chris,
dude.
Again, I think he's tapped into all the contracts he could tap into. Unless you're going to start getting rid of people.
Ironically.
With the positions they need, and linebacker is important. Okay? That's a key position.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't get a running back or you can't get an offensive lineman, you got to get a running back. That's priority.
Right.
And every position you talk about is not one of those 3 positions.
Well, listen, it's free agency, baby. You don't ever know what's going to fall in your lap. Sometimes you got to take advantage.
So you just want to do basically what the Heat did?
What do you mean?
And end up with K-Love and Cody Zeller.
You've said that now in 2 segments, and I don't really understand your take there. I actually am asking for the opposite of that, which is just to go after everybody who's available. So I don't really understand your correlation.
But players who are getting cut or released to pick up space, I mean, that's what you want?
Just for funsies. Come on. How much is he going to cost? He's 37. Little final tour down home, huh? Reunites with Jalen Ramsey. You know, he could be this year's Melvin Ingram. You ever think of that?
It's a possibility.
Did you guys know Melvin Ingram was AFC Defensive Player of the Month first month of the season?
Yes.
Yeah. We
very impressive. I didn't see that coming when he was wearing number 6 walking around camp.
6, and the 6 looked this big.
He was the original Chunky 52 for Leroy.
Hey, come on, man. Come on now.
I look big. He looked big.
When you saw him on the field, you're like, huh? Let's
Listen,
kick the tires on that, huh?
I don't want to name names, Marcos, but he was doing this yesterday at the baby shower too.
Wow.
No, I was not.
He was hosing down fools, dude.
No, I was
Leroy never stops, huh?
Never stops.
What are you talking about?
I can confirm, and so can Big Spoon.
Leroy was like, huh? 3rd plate of pasta for that guy, huh? You think he'd get the salad bar?
I did say salad. Who are you kidding?
Leroy.
So bad.
He's like, I'm not going to say nothing, but there's a lot of people on that pasta line that shouldn't have been there with me. Jesus. What do you want? P90X in the middle of this, dude?
It's rough.
Another guy says, Leroy Ellisberg sure loves talking about the cap. Relax, capologist. That's what I'm saying, dude. I'll tell you what he has a cap on. He has a cap on fun.
Hear you, jackasses. I'm basically giving you the reality of the situation and giving you reasons why you can't just go sign everybody. Okay? You've probably moved around a lot of money, but everybody's contract can't be done like that.
Dude, you got to get as many people in the fold until you got to pay Tua. That's the rules. Once you got to pay the QB, then all bets are off. But for now, it's all in time, baby.
You know how this owner spends money? By redoing the contracts and giving another $20 million
Exactly. So what you want to do is you want to keep giving big contracts so you can
I
keep
just
restructuring.
told you can't move everybody's money like that.
Why
It
not?
ends up costing you more money against the cap. It's just the way the contracts are. You can't do them with everybody.
Dude, it's like a Rubik's Cube, okay? You want to be able to have new moves the next season. It's just science.
What? He has no idea. The fact here, I'm mad at myself. Slap myself in the face. I'm mad because I'm sitting here and letting him affect me when I know damn well he has no idea what he's talking about.
Oh, I know.
No, you don't.
Dude, listen. I know the cap better than anybody, okay? I'm basically NFL Andy Ellisberg. That's how it works, okay? If capology was a class, I'm the professor. Okay? And I know one thing about cap movement is you need new big deals to restructure deals the next year. It's a domino effect, dude. Everybody knows this. Like, it's a chart.
Why'd you turn around like there was going to be a chart? Like right behind?
I just want everybody to know.
Yeah.
You know?
Our graphics aren't that good.
Yeah.
Where I could just put one behind you like
We
that.
just put up this chart he made up right
Stop
now.
the tape, J-Fig. Stop the tape. Like you really just like you're exhausting. You are exhausting.
Schmieth and Schmaltz says the only cap Tobin knows is Captain Crunch.
For Twitcher.
But no, so hey, really, they've made a lot of moves that we didn't even think were possible.
Right. So why stop
hold
now?
on. Because the first thing you want to do, and this is what the Dolphins have done,
Yep,
is take care of their guys.
Of course.
Right? Preemptively. So that means that I would be willing to bet that if any more money is cut or restructured, it's going to be for Christian Wilkins.
Maybe.
Well, did you just not hear what I said? And then you go, maybe?
Maybe. I can't rule it out. I'm not going to dismiss you like you dismiss me. That's why I'm a good teammate. I'll hear you out.
Before you just blow by what I said and come up with your own
That's not true,
conclusion.
dude. I'm not going to do that.
It is.
I respect you as a teammate. I want to hear you out.
You just said cap snap. I don't care about cap. Salary cap. Work the money. Work the money. I told you why they can't.
Dude, let me tell you something right now. You're captain.
Okay. That's where I draw the line.
-1.
Why? What did I get that for?
For being
Okay, look, you said maybe. I can't rule it out. I'm not going to treat you the same way you treat me. Now we're not even talking about the issue. You're dancing around the topic and just saying, I treat you better than you treat me. That is not the issue. Then he said he was capping.
Right.
Wiggle 101, everyone. That was a masterclass.
He doesn't stop.
Those are 3 different ways of saying hard to say.
Yes, right. That's true. No. Here's what he does.
I think you should write your own dictionary already.
He uses different words to say the same thing and then gives you the look like, I hope they didn't pick up on that.
No, dude, I'm always telling the truth, okay? You know what they call me? They call me No Cap Tobes.
Right. You run
Do you
like
have
you have
to
no
tell
cap.
us that that's what they call you? No.
Why is Vic Fangio mad at me?
No cap Tobes.
Dude, it's amazing that people, hey, I do this every day. Every day. Pick a topic. Or God forbid a free agent becomes available in any sport. I'm glad you keep you cool about baseball because you know that ain't happening. But any other sport down here, like you even brought the Pinks into the mix. Messi, he'll be here next year.
That still might happen.
But every sport, basketball, every time somebody, wait a minute, I love me some Tyler Hero, I love me some Bam, and I love me some Jimmy. What? KD's available. Tyler, it's been real. Right? Do we not forget? Do we remember that? Now,
ship.
Wait.
Dude,
What about?
I don't
wait,
do that. I don't trade everyone.
Wait.
Okay, I don't do that.
Wait. How about this? This is my favorite. Ooh, Gogi. We can bring him in. He can help. Big Yerk, kick rocks.
Or when he said Gogi to hell.
Yeah. Followed by 2 days later, Gogi could go to hell.
I'm a team guy. I'm very selfish. You know, whatever it means for the Heat or the Dolphins, you know?
You're not part of the Heat until Tobes trades you.
That's right.
But here's the problem. All of your supposedly moves don't make the team better.
Oh, come on, dude.
And
You
that's all I care about.
No, see, here's the thing. I like home run cuts, and you sit here and you want to lay down a bunt. Like, you know,
no,
that's what it is. I'm Cliff Floyd. You're Juan Pierre. All respect.
Here's the deal, though. Okay? I like big cuts, too.
Nah.
But if all you need to do is move the runner.
We don't need to move the runner. Dude, we need power plays here. Okay?
You got that. Now you're ready. You're right now, besides linebacker, everything else is supporting cast.
Yeah,
that's where you are with this team.
Okay, but
every other player you get is supporting cast, supporting the stars that you have.
Okay,
except linebacker.
Who doesn't like a surprise cameo? Like, remember when we were watching Tropic Thunder? Oh, look, out of nowhere, Tom Cruise. So if Austin Ekeler just drops in the middle of our movie, we're supposed to just turn that down?
Okay, in your little make-believe land, right?
Yeah.
Where you think you can get any player you want and it don't cost money, why is Austin Ekeler holding out and demanding a trade?
Some money.
So what the hell you think you're going to have to do if you bring Austin Ekeler here?
Big Daddy Ross got a big wallet, dude.
There's a cap!
Okay.
I don't care how much money you have.
You have a cap. Every year something gets restructured. It's like, it's amazing.
Yes, but you can't restructure every contract, is my point.
Sure. Okay. Well, then.
Wait.
So let me ask. Can I ask you a question? No, let me ask. No. Let me ask you a question. No, I've let you speak. Let me ask you a legitimate question. If every contract can't be restructured, why did every contract that they gave out last year this year get restructured? Answer me that, Batman.
Hold on. I'm going to tell you why.
Go ahead.
I'm going to tell you why. Because here's how these contracts are probably done. You get a big signing bonus check. You don't get much that first year. And then the following year, you get a little bit more, so forth and so on. So with those deals, you can restructure that, give another signing bonus, and save money against the cap.
Oh, boom.
But
so you're telling me
but
it's just make-believe. You just admitted it.
Tobin, every contract isn't made like that.
Okay,
you only have 4 or 5 players that get that big, substantial signing bonus like that that can be restructured.
You're adorable.
Oh. You can't restructure every deal that you've given.
Then why
There's
did they?
only a handful of them that you can.
Then why did they? Armstead.
They didn't restructure every deal.
Armstead, Chubb, Tyreek restructured.
Those
dude.
are your big guys.
Good. So
those
then
guys are going to get the big signing bonuses, and you can move that money.
Okay, well then guess what? You got to bring in another new big deal to restructure next year.
No.
It's called reloading.
I tried to concuss myself. Maybe this will make some sense. Idiot.
Back after this. There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome on back. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM, taking you up until 2 o'clock here on the program. Final hour of the show, mercifully for Leroy.
He tried to concuss himself last segment.
He's going to be concussed by the end of the show.
Look,
We're just having...
Look, I got a little knot.
Leroy, we're just having fun, baby.
No, we not.
We having fun, baby?
No, we not.
You're
Why?
having fun. I think he's having a miserable time.
But why? We should be having fun today. Chris Greer got Jalen Ramsey. We're all in.
I was excited about that, but then you carry on about, Austin Ekeler. You're like a bass that sees like a plastic worm go by. Gotta have it.
I don't have to have it. It just would be nice.
So away from the microphone.
So
Leroy.
let me ask you a question.
Okay.
So getting Ramsey wasn't enough for you. You still want more.
I mean, I'll be happy if that's all they do.
You sound enthusiastic about it.
I am happy about it.
No, you're not.
I am.
Soon as the next pretty girl walk by, you say, ooh.
You would be terrible on Love Island. You would be the villain.
Yes.
I would be Tom.
I don't know who Tom is.
Right. Nobody watches this but you, dude. Stop giving us names without explaining what these people do.
What happened to Ron?
Right.
Yeah, what happened to Ron?
Oh, Ron is such a fake.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's have a chat.
Look. He watches his stories. That's what we say in the hood. He watches his stories, and then he tries to give us updates. But nobody can understand your damn updates because you tell a story like we all watching the show with you.
So?
Nobody knows who Ron is and Tom and all these people.
Yeah, which one's worse though, Tom or Ron?
They're both sluts.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, isn't that what Love Island is?
No, it's about finding love, not sex.
Really?
That's
Then
too hot to handle.
Why is everybody naked?
I don't know.
Like, if you trying to find love, shouldn't you keep all your business?
Dude,
you know what I mean? Every time time I glance by, my wife watch somebody taking their clothes off.
Dude, you're not getting on Love Island with Dad Bod.
Man, it's true.
It's
Those
just not
shows.
happening.
They should have that version of that show.
Dad Bod Island.
What? Over 600-pound love?
Wow.
They got 600. What? They got 600-pound everything else?
That just just
£600
defeats what I said.
-1.
Sick Rono says the Chargers are not going to trade Ekeler within the conference. Oh, we don't know. Best trade gets it done.
Hold
What
on.
do we know?
Why? You're exhausting. You're exhausting.
I don't understand. Like, it's just, what's wrong with wanting improvement? They don't have a running back right now. We've all agreed on this.
Here's the issue. Okay? That even if you wanted Austin Ekeler, even if you could work out a trade for Austin Ekeler,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
The problem is you have to pay him.
Why is that a problem? He earns it. He makes a lot. He's really good. He deserves money.
You understand that stuff, when you sign a player like that, there's a certain amount that comes against the cap immediately. So if you sign here, no, you can't. You can't just say we'll figure it out.
Why?
You're the worst. You're the worst.
I'm not the worst.
This is like, you know what this is like? Marcos, you'll figure this out. You're going to have young baby, beautiful. You're going to have her, it's going to be like 1 or 2 years old. You're going to take him grocery shopping, right? Take him grocery shopping. And you're going to be putting the stuff onto the little belt, right? He's going to be sitting in the back of the cart in that last quest to get kids to want candy, just grabbing all of the candy. That's what Tobin is. You already got groceries.
I was
You
wondering
got
where this
everything
was
you
going.
need, huh?
I was wondering where this
But
was
that's
going.
what Tobin is. Tobin wants all the stars. We'll figure it out. Just get everything. You don't worry
He
about
wants
it, Daniel.
the gum, he
Don't worry
wants the
about it.
mints,
Don't worry about it. Marcos don't
chocolates.
have enough money to buy it. I'm grabbing it, and I'm gonna take a bite out of it, so he has to buy it.
All right, well, sorry, dude. Like, it's a cute thing that you're saying, but over the last year, I've seen the team get the top wide receiver, the top offensive lineman, the top cornerback, all available on the market. Why should I stop? Like, what? Like, I don't understand.
Because you have a salary cap, and you also have guys who you drafted who's up or gonna be up real soon.
I mean, like, he's not really up yet. Like, it would be nice to pay Christian Wilkins this year.
There you go. Look, now you want to play games. You want to play the same games everybody else playing, just so you can get what you want right now.
Is he about winning or is he not about winning?
You know what?
What?
If Odyssey came to you and said, your contract's up.
Yep.
Here's what we're going to pay you because we want to pay somebody else. If you're about winning, then you'll take this deal. You will say, kick the sharpest of rocks.
But if I'm undercut, but in this scenario, my contract's not up. I still have another year technically.
Okay.
What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Get a sore throat from too much radio?
This guy,
By the way, the Buccaneers. Let's get some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford. We know trucks.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right. The Buccaneers.
I'm just running over.
The Buccaneers are pursuing Baker Mayfield.
What?
Yep.
Wow.
You see, the Jimmy Garoppolo stakes have just gone up. The Raiders in Houston, so he's going to end up with the Raiders. Who would go to Houston?
And apparently
Who would go to
also,
Houston?
I wouldn't go to Houston.
Right.
Nah.
And then also apparently he's the Jets' backup option if Aaron Rodgers decides, he doesn't want to go to the Jets. Which, by the way, still feels like it's in play. You can't trust him. You don't know.
Who?
Rodgers.
Who knows?
Will we ever get an answer? Like, you had the retreat already, dude. How many more retreats do you need?
I feel like he's got his McAfee.
Well, I saw it. No, he also talked to Brandon Marshall.
He did hint it, yeah. Like, it seemed like he hinted.
He kind of said it's coming soon, but he said that as soon as he got out of dark.
I think it might.
He ain't got time to give us a decision, but he out there golfing all willy nilly.
That's true.
I think his McAfee thing's on Tuesday. I feel like that's probably where he's going to announce it because you're not going to go on McAfee and not announce it, or you're going to make him kick the can down the road again. I don't know.
Yeah. Makes sense. Guess we're all on Aaron Rodgers' watch, but
I'm not. I'm not.
You think he's going back to Green Bay?
I could give two.
Oh, you don't care.
He just hates Aaron Rodgers.
I don't hate Aaron Rodgers.
Seems like you do.
He kind of did.
I don't hate Aaron Rodgers.
You think he's overrated, washed. You think he's a show pony. Give me the qualities you like about him.
Yeah, true. What do you like?
Probably one of the best quarterbacks we've ever seen.
Okay, but you've also said that he's been an underachiever.
Is he? Wait. Am I? Is that news?
No, it's not. But I don't understand why you're denying that he annoys you.
No, it's not that. If I am a young team, am I going to put all my chips in the middle for a player only to have this same conversation next year? I'll pass. This is not a Tampa Bay situation where they had a bunch of veterans. They brought in a bunch of veterans that came in with Tom Brady. They won a championship. Those guys got old, and boom, that's it. They didn't do that. These are all drafted young guys that are going to be on that team for 5 or 6 years.
By the way,
you're going to take it and play with the most important position on the field. You're going to take and play the game of we'll revisit this next year. You can't.
By the way, there's also apparently from ESPN, there's some trade rumors surrounding Laramie Tunsil from the Texans too.
They're getting rid of everybody.
Bring them back.
They should. I don't know why they would pay Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm shocked they fired their coach. To be honest with you, what were they expecting?
I don't know. They've done the same move the last 2 years.
But that's what I'm saying. What are you expecting? What is the head coach not doing with what you're giving him?
Good luck, D'Amico Ryans.
Houston, where coaches go to die.
Jeez.
That's right. I said it.
It's not wrong.
Wait, if you go to an organization where you have no chance of winning, the only thing that can happen to you is to get fired. Because clearly that team isn't aware of their situation and they're expecting more out of their coach than the talent he has available. So, yeah, if you take that job, you sign a 3 or 4 year deal for however many dollars, and you saying, I'm going to get my money because you know in a year or two you're going to get fired.
Well, what about bringing Laremy Tunsil back?
And where are you going to put him?
I don't know. It's a good question. Where do you
Wherever.
Can you have a talk with Tehran? Can Tehran play on the right side?
Why would you ask Tehran, who's probably one of the best left tackles in the game? Why would you ask him to move?
I mean,
you got the same player. You can't have both of them. They're the same player.
One's porcelain.
Could you, dude? Could you imagine us sitting in a room as Dolphins brass and me having to deal with this every day? I'd be like, Mr. Ross, can I fire him? No, that's your boy. All right, because that's where we are. One thing,
what?
Just make a little bit of sense, because you make me look like the jackass for trying to talk you into being reasonable about some of this stuff, like I do with the Heat, like I do with the Panthers and Bobrovsky. But you just know, man.
So just so we're clear,
no. We are not clear. We haven't been clear all day. There's nothing clear. Right now, my brain is mostly cloudy with a chance of lightning and thunderstorms because of you. And all of you.
That's all we're about, winning. Let's just move guys around to, let's get at the best. Let's build a wall in front of Tua.
That costs money.
I know. I don't understand. First you say, this is the thing that it's frustrating debating with you, quite frankly.
Hold on.
All right. You're a goalpost mover.
No,
I just want to be clear about this.
Here he comes.
No, just
buckle up, J-Fig. Put your seat. I'm going to do arm bar for J-Fig. I don't want her to get hurt.
I just want to be clear.
I'm do the arm bar. Yeah, buckle your seatbelt. Hold on.
Just so I'm clear, I want to recap this.
I got the 5-point harness.
I think I'm ready.
All right, go.
You bashed my Austin Ekeler idea because you said we need help elsewhere, like offensive line. Now you have an offensive lineman, former Dolphin, who's now on the block, and I say, hey, how about we pursue him? And you're like, nah, can't do it. Money.
He's a left tackle. He's a left tackle, dude.
Can protect Tua's blind side.
He's a left tackle.
But dude, if you can play left tackle, you can play right tackle.
No, that is not true.
He can.
Okay.
He's already done it.
Here's the deal. Tobin the Earth. Here's the deal. A guy of Laramie Tunsil's a guy of Laramie Tunsil's talent, and a guy with the talent you already have. Okay, you don't ask them to switch positions.
Why not?
Because they're great at one position.
Okay, but Laremy Tunsil's already played multiple positions because he played left guard when he came into the league. Don't forget that because we had Brandon Albert. Secondly, I bet Laremy Tunsil would do it for the Dolphins because he knows he's beloved here for being the Hall King. That's fine. You know what?
You just think
that
you
know what? No, you know what, dude? You know what?
You just think that Laremy Tunsil
I bet for the Dolphins he'd do
left guard.
I bet you he might do it right. You could put him right tackle. I don't want him at left guard.
You can't.
We got a left guard. We got
You know how hard it is, dude.
Actually, we don't have a left guard.
Hold on.
We have a right guard.
Can I explain something to you?
Sure.
Moving from the left side of the line of scrimmage over to the right side of the line of scrimmage is like trying to become a switch hitter.
No, he could do it.
Nah, I did it in Pee Wee football. It's super easy.
You're not gonna tell. You're not
Marcos, your ass was so big, them little kids didn't care what hand you had down.
You're not gonna tell me. You're not gonna tell me Jesse Davis can do it and Laremy Tunsil can't do it. It's ridiculous.
Well, no.
Did Jesse Davis do it though?
He tried.
Okay, you're making my point for me.
But Laremy Tunsil's amazing.
But he's a left tackle.
Great feet.
Here's the other thing.
That's what they say.
If you ask him to move,
Hmm?
you're gonna try to pay him like a guard instead of a tackle.
No. That's the incentive.
Okay.
That's the
why
incentive.
he was gonna be a left tackle, so he can get the big bucks.
If you pay him what he's worth, he'll do what he wants. He'll do what you want.
Why would you pay
To his
a
blind
guy
side.
that much money to switch positions?
To his blind side.
It's not even. It doesn't even make sense.
It's to his blind side.
It's true. He's left-handed. I don't know if you know that. Lefty Marino. Good feet. Good lungs, too.
In fact, he's already changed his name to Raremy Tunsil because he's ready to move to the right side.
-1.
M560 Sports W. This is 15 minutes of your Miami
Heat. 15 minutes of Heat for you on 560 WQAM. Want to let you guys know we're giving away another one of those dual number custom jerseys signed by Mark Duper and Mark Clayton. That courtesy of our friends over at Sinbad Sports. For your chance to win, just enter now at WQAM.com for the autographed jersey. And that's how you get in there, man. That's how you get in there and get that contest. Sinbad Sports, by the way, having a huge live auction coming up at Pembroke Gardens this Friday and Saturday, bidding on hundreds of items. From autographs to frames to memorabilia to jewelry to watches to art. Get on over there to Sinbad Sports in Pembroke Gardens this weekend, Friday and Saturday. Go to sinbadsports.com for all the details. Why do you look upset, Leroy? Problem?
You asked me that question.
I thought we were having fun, baby.
Whenever you have too good a time, everybody else is miserable.
Wow. That's quite the take.
You act insulted. You laugh at that.
Huh.
And now you're shocked that it's put into word. When I'm my maddest, who's smiling and chuckling the most?
I don't like that because that makes it seem like it makes it feel like I feed off of your misery, which is not true.
No,
you're my friend.
Really, every dumb thing that you've suggested that I've shot down and got irritated by. Let's just have a little fun, baby. Let's just have a little fun.
I don't sound like that. I do wonder why you don't want to have so much fun, baby.
I do want to have fun. I love having fun. But that's not even it's not possible. Your fun is not reality.
Not reality.
Let's sign Austin Ekeler. Let's sign Calais Campbell. Let's sign Laramie Tunsil. You know what? We'll move him around and do what we need to do.
Calais Campbell was a bit of a reach because we don't need him. You know, not a position really of need.
And you realize that now you're like Oprah.
Right.
You get signing.
Yes.
Everyone's signing.
That's how Chris Greer has treated this, though.
You have a salary cap, though.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is. First it was they had, $40 million last week. Now they have Jalen Ramsey. Then they're going to restructure Jalen Ramsey.
They're not restructuring Jalen.
They are restructuring Jalen Ramsey.
All they're doing.
Not true. That's not true. They can restructure.
I read that all they did was make the rest of his contract guaranteed money.
And then they can restructure it because they want more salary cap space. Do you want to know why? Marcos, do you want to know why?
Yeah, I want to know why.
J-Fig, you want to know why?
Sure, tell me.
Because, Scooby, do you want to know why?
No,
because
Scooby, you know what Scooby did? Scooby went,
because the salary cap's not real. It's fake. It's fake.
It's not fake.
Fake.
It's not fake.
All right. If you don't want to call it fake, it's very flimsy.
It's not flimsy. The
It's
cap
flimsy,
is real.
dude. It's
It's
flimsy.
a hard cap.
They're about to get this
But
YouTube money. It's
a hard cap. It'll go up next year. It's a hard cap. But what you can do by staying ahead of the cap is certain contracts, the way they have them structured, they can restructure them. The owner has to write another additional check, even though it's the same money, but they give him that money up front so the player doesn't feel like he's getting screwed.
Real
right?
SDI wants to know, why does Leroy hate fun? Good question, SDI.
I tell you, but I don't want to get gel all over my hands.
Don't lash out, dude. Man has some good hair.
Look,
the Heat tonight, they take on the Jazz, 7:30. I'll be boots on the ground. All right. I'm on body language watch tonight.
That's another
6:15.
thing.
6:15 is your pregame
You're
show.
reporting on a game.
Yep.
With a team who's been up and down, ebbs and flows all year.
Yep.
And your comments are, I'm going to check out the body language. I can look, if that's what you're going to see, don't worry about it. I can tell you. The body language sucks because nobody's happy going through this.
So you think there's a rift on the team?
Okay, let's see. Duncan Robinson can't get on him. He's the all-time leading three-point shooter, and he's under 30, and he can't get on the court.
Yep.
Big Yurt, everybody was excited to get Big Yurt back. He can barely get in any game.
Although with Cody Zeller having a broken nose, it seems like Big Yurt will get some run tonight.
No, just wear the mask, baby. That's what they do.
Now he's out tonight, though. I think he needs to get fit. I think you have to get fitted for the mask first, and that's a big head.
Or a big nose.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not one to say that to anybody, so I'm not going to sit here and cut anybody's nose big. I mean, I look like an ibis.
Which, by the way, I saw an ibis impression this weekend. Believe he posted it. Pretty good.
Jeez.
Uncanny.
Samesies. So yeah, okay. So Duncan's not happy. He gets no PT. Strus and Gabe can't be happy. They're on contract years and they haven't been, lighting the world on fire. Bam's not happy. He's kind of stunk up the joint since the All-Star break.
Tyler been trying to find it for 2 years consistently. He's giving you spurts. Jimmy's upset. Jimmy's just annoyed because he putting forth all this effort and nobody's coming along for the ride.
J-Fig, did you see Jimmy's Instagram recently within the hour where he puts the is that the sun rising over some water?
Why would he post that? I will check.
Why would he post that? Could be something.
Because he does it every day.
Could be nothing. Nah, I don't know. Is it a message?
Oh my goodness.
Why would they do that?
We're doing this now with basketball.
I'm keeping tabs. Keeping tabs.
You're exhausting.
Kevin Love, by the way.
Dude,
Man.
after I do the show today,
yeah,
I'm gonna go take a nap. It's gonna be a small nap because I gotta go get Rebecca. But I want to take a long. I want to take a long nap.
You want me to wake you up?
No.
No, don't do that.
No.
Just let me know. I'm there if you need a wake up call. I'm great at that.
No, I don't know. No. Because your phone calls like, Leroy.
What does this video have to do with anything?
I don't know. That's the question, J-Fig.
No,
see what I'm saying?
With you.
No, like what is it? I like when Jimmy Butler posts that on Instagram. Why would he do that?
It means nothing.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Hard to say.
What do you think it means? Are you trying to decipher this? How?
What could that be? What could that be, Marcos? I don't know.
A nice picture of a sunrise?
It could be. Or could it be a message?
Yeah, but did he post it at was it posted at sunrise?
Good
was
question.
it?
No.
Good question.
Was he up all? Has he been up all night?
No, he posted it last hour. So
wow, where is he? Is he even in Florida? No one knows. Is Felipe responsible? So many questions.
Dr. Remulik says, "What if he's asking for a trade to the Suns?"
Oh, please, Jimmy. No.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
Well, here's my deal. And this is a funny thing about you, Tobin. You think that every other player in the league, if they feel disgruntled, they can just make a stink.
Mm-hmm.
But your players could do that too.
I actually don't disagree with you. I'm worried about that.
Okay.
I'm nervous about it. Trust me.
I'm just curious because you making it sound like this is only one way. But I mean, is there any more frustration than Jimmy could have at this moment?
No, listen, Leroy. Listen, you're talking about. I've woken up in cold sweats this weekend thinking about that. In fact, I had one dream where Jimmy actually walks off the court into the tunnel and then he pops out with the Suns jersey. I woke up cold sweats.
Mrs. Tobin is like, Ron again? And then he's like, no, this time it was Jimmy.
All right, we'll take a break. All right, I'll know to close the show after this. Welcome back, you rascals. What else I gotta hit here, Marcos, before the it's Dave and Buster's month, ladies and gentlemen, here on WQAM. And it's just back in time for Hoops Tournament Hysteria. What a place it would be to watch the tournament, huh? Old Dave and Buster's. Well, we got your chance to go to Dave and Buster's and eat a little something or play some games on us. All you gotta do right now is go to WQM.com, enter on the contest page, and you could win a $250 gift card from Dave & Buster's. You go there, you have a party, all on us and Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports at Dave & Buster's in Hollywood. Canes, they will be in action on Friday night to open their tournament play against, you guessed it, Drake.
Wow. Started from the bottom, now they're here.
That's a point, dude.
Yes. Definitely your style, though. I felt like I was pandering there.
That's all right. I'll take it. Meanwhile, I want to give it all right to the Miami Hurricanes. They are in the tournament. Number 5, Duke, not a true ACC tournament win. All right. You guys did it because North Chatomir went down. Not a true tournament win. All right. The Canes won the real ACC this year. I don't want to hear it. So they get my all right. My oh no. It really pains me to do this, to be honest with you, because I don't like to. I genuinely like this person. But Leroy Horde gets my oh no today. What a party hooper he was, dude. Might want to get him a diaper genie. That's what he was doing on the party today for all the free agent talk, the trade talk. Oh, he's just he's like, you know what he was, guys? He was like in the rodeo and he's trying to rope me. I'm trying to buck out here like a cow. And he's like, hold on there, young fella. I didn't like it. So he gets my oh no for today.
You know, I still don't know how you don't know what a diaper genie is, Leroy.
Yeah, it is weird.
Or the fact that you see no purpose in it.
Yeah. His diaper genie was his outdoor trash can, apparently.
Yep. Big Spoon gave you a really good point.
What?
When you get mad when you pick up dog poop and you throw it in the trash can.
Yeah.
You get mad. It's the same thing with a baby diaper.
Yeah, but I throw it in the trash. The diaper genie doesn't change the baby. You still got to go in there and has a potential of being messy.
Takes away a stink, dude.
No, it doesn't.
It does. That's what the point of it is.
Throw it outside.
What's your all right and oh no today, Leroy?
So my all right is definitely going to go to the Canes also, but Coach L, because all right, the job that this guy has done since he's been down here is amazing. And, you know, anytime the Canes have a good basketball team, we tend to overlook them to think about the football team or what have you. But it's time for him to get his flowers along with the guys. They play really hard, and I can't wait for them to get at it this weekend. My own no goes to Omir's ankle.
Yeah.
Like, because one of the things that Coach L's been able to do is he's been able to do it without that star player or without that dominant big. He's done it with a lot of guys who are maybe a little bit smaller, but he's their biggest guy. Omir's their biggest and best rebounder. And so I hope that we get the opportunity to get the full Miami experience when we watch them, because some people are going to be watching Miami for the first time, and I don't want to see them watch Miami not at their best.
Breaking news from Mike Garofalo of NFL Network. He says the Raiders.
In relation to the Garoppolo, the quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo?
No, he's Garofalo with an F, but he actually has breaking news on Jimmy Garoppolo. as he says that the Raiders are closing in on a deal with Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah,
So,
like that was a no-brainer.
Reunion with Josh McDaniels.
Let's use our big brain here, folks.
Mhm.
If two teams are interested and one of them's Houston, you go to the other team. It wasn't that hard to figure that out, was it?
Fair point.
Okay.
J-Fig, what do you got today?
Well, my all right goes to my niece giving birth to a beautiful baby boy.
Ooh,
We haven't seen a boy in a very long time.
Tweet. Baby bird.
I have 7 nieces, and then one of them has a girl, and this is finally the boy in the family. So it's really nice to see. My oh no goes to my Twitter situation.
Oh, man.
Yeah, what's going on there?
I had to just start a new one because I was getting a lot of random sign-ins and I had to do verifications and all these things, and it was just a big hassle. So I just
Damn it,
locked it up.
Elon.
Yeah. So please follow me
Yeah.
at my new one, which is I am JFig.
Oh,
Gotta start new.
Follow J-Fig.
Yeah.
It is.
Thank you, Elon Musk.
You do have your old handle up there on the title, though, J-Fig. You should probably change that.
Yeah, that's true.
That's Instagram.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. My bad. I have the same handle for both.
I mean,
that's not really
how does mine get taken on Twitter?
Yeah, that's true.
Leroy Horde?
Big Mom.
I don't know. Who has it?
I don't know.
Don't you hate when someone has it? They have 2 followers.
Marcos, what do you have today, buddy?
My all right goes to yesterday as a whole.
All right.
Not only did I have a great time with family and just a bunch of people who love me and my child who isn't already here. So that's just an amazing feeling. I also went to the Hard Rock, and for the first time, I won some money, baby.
Wow. All right. Good weekend all around.
Yeah, I won
400. So that's why you took the family after y'all got done there, and he said, "Let's go to the Hard Rock."
My brother was like, he has been sending me blackjack algorithms for the past. I didn't even know that was
that guy.
He sent me a spreadsheet, and I don't know. I spent. It was my first time at a blackjack table. I spent about 40. I'll say 40 seconds there. I won 2 games, and I was scared. I left. So, but yeah, I won $400 at a slot machine. So that was pretty cool. Never did that before.
The old love the slot machines.
The old.
I bet if you go there right now, Vic Fangio's probably at a slot machine.
And you know what? I don't see. I see no excitement in that.
Same. I lost 11 times in a row before I was like, well, at this point, might as well do it on my way out. $300 came out.
Wow.
What do you? What's your oh no, buddy?
My oh no. Was going to go to Leroy for promising my brother's shoes.
I did not promise your brother's shoes.
You got to explain that to him, dude. I'm not going to lie to you. He is.
I was wondering why he was giving me hugs and dabbing me up every time I went by.
Can you believe Leroy's a size 12, just like me?
Leroy Horde, the shoe Santa.
Really nice of you. But another family member of mine gets the oh no because my cousin Janelle, she recently got an Oculus, a virtual reality thing, and she was bragging about it. And I asked her what she did, and she was like, I was a grocery store worker, and it was amazing. And I was like, this is not
that's what she did. Her virtual reality experience was to work at Publix.
Yeah, she was making shopping a pleasure somewhere. That was how she chose to spend her VR.
Really?
So I'm just disappointed in her.
Let Leroy play that one.
Yeah, Leroy would be the final boss in any Publix reality game. You call this customer service?
Yeah, I like it.
Nobody cares about rotisserie chickens, Jimmy. Make me a sub.
I went to Publix the other day, and they're like, "We'll be right with you." I was like, "Oh boy,
oh boy." Heard this before.
I don't think they understand. But the suits, corporate sent that down to them and demand that they start saying it so people would think you're interacting. But I would say you're not ever thinking about time till somebody mentions time. And so you're actually making yourself have to be more of a customer service person by saying we'll be with you in a minute.
All right, everybody. Hey, New York Jets. Jimmy G's off the market. Don't lose. Don't not get it. Don't not get Aaron Rodgers and lose.
Could you imagine having to go back there with the quarterback from last year? That in itself would be embarrassing, right?
Yes, sir. Hey,
Matt.
Jets. Don't lose.
Zach Smith?
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson.
Okay, we're just butchering all last names today.
All right, everybody. That's our show for today. Leroy, you can go take your power nap. We'll talk to you tomorrow. The old hate running it back.
Ron again? No, this time it was Jimmy.
In fact, he's already changed his name to Raremy Tunsil because he's ready to move to the right side.
I tried to concuss myself. Maybe this will make some sense.
I'll see y'all when I see y'all.
Hope you mother have a good day.